Good evening.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. It's going to be a good time. Got some cool guests. Gonna have some fun.
I had an awesome Tuesday, Paul. For those of you who weren't aware of the intergalactic alignment that occurred on Tuesday, it was both Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo on the same day. So if you didn't go out for tacos and margaritas, you missed out because that was what you were supposed to do by law. So, but still rocking Popeye's fried chicken because we rock the good stuff here.
I noticed that. I tried to represent tonight because no one can see in detail the crap embroidery quality of my official Arcade Insiders hat.
Is that like a jail door? Is that a thimble? Is that a fishing net? A microphone?
I don't know what's going on up there.
It's terrible. Do not buy our embroidered merch yet.
Please
It
do
is
not.
a nightmare until we work it out. So.
I'm still working with the vendors. They're trying to get files. They're like, we didn't get them. I'm like, oh my word.
Stickers look dope. Stickers look dope. Don't order the hat though. I paid full price for the hat and I want to get a refund for myself on that, Paul.
Yeah, seriously. The mug was decent.
Okay.
Yeah, stickers are good. It doesn't leak yet.
Okay, solid.
So
it's better than the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway,
all right, should we see who's here?
Yeah, why don't you run through the names? I ran through them last week.
Okay. Stanzy B. He's the first person I've got on the list. And I just want to read quickly here because I might not get back to it later. He says, Iconic Street Fighter seems like a good product and a win for the community. It's time to start talking about what is next. Looking forward to the 514 show. I hear that's being hyped and promoted.
That's right.
Certain places.
We're talking about it. We're talking about it.
Don't let us down by announcing some Sonic crap. Well,
100%. It's not Sonic.
Definitely not Sonic.
Definitely not Sonic. There you go, guys. There you go. Mystery solved.
Tune in next week, Stanzy V. Shotgun Sean is here. I believe the ones who won't get review units from Spreetail. Uh-oh.
No, that's Spree Fail. He went with Spree Fail. That's fine. No. That's fine. I get it.
I'm going to pretend that was a Freudian slip.
Oh, it's not. It's not. He got the clown emoji behind it. That's fine. That's totally fine.
I thought he was talking about reviewer people.
I have no idea who he could possibly be talking about. Nothing controversial this week.
Harsh. Oh,
Biggie D, let's go.
Jason NSS is here. He's got the iconic World Warrior cab, and he loves it. Amazing job. Looking forward to buying Double Dragon. There you go.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping in a couple weeks we'll be able to talk more about that. Guess we will find out.
We absolutely will be talking more about that
Nice. Soon. Dark Tech Kelly. I always have a problem saying that, but thank you for joining us again. And he did buy some merch. I'd be curious to hear how that turned out if you got it yet. So let us know. I think he got the coasters, which are interesting. Let's see. We've got Retro Day. Damien's here. Good to see you again. And we got the first Spy Hunter mention from Wafflehead.
We need to get like some sound effects for like when people call out certain games. We should just have a sound effect ready to go. Or
we need the Peter
or like
Gunn
an animation
theme.
Or like an animation. Like the first person who says Spy Hunter, we send off a Spy Hunter animation.
You're asking
Josh Dendy, get working on it.
You're asking a lot of a show that can barely remember its own theme song, and they.
In 35 minutes, there's going to be a link to spyhunter.com in the chat.
Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. Yes. The historian's here. One of our moderators, David. So welcome back, good sir. Glad to see you're able to help out tonight. And MOAT is here. And full disclosure, I forgot to send him a link to tonight's show.
Gosh, he's having a rough week. It's just not a good week to be MOAT. Sorry, brother.
Everybody else, I sent it to him on Facebook. We got a little chat going, and I forgot he's not on Facebook. So just like that, he wasn't on the list. So hopefully he'll be able to join us soon. But yeah, anyway, so he's here. And this guy, Gabriel Gray, might be seeing more of him soon.
Sup, nerds?
See.
Gabriel Gray's a nerd. Luckily, I'll never have to say it to his face.
Fortunately. Hungry Wolf Guru is saying hello, everyone. I think I saw a video or two of yours this week. I think I was checking that out. Some good stuff there. End of line 4460 says, here we go. CPM Audio, what's good? Crane live on YouTube. Onward. King Ed AV. Robotron incoming.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Iconic Arcade is here in some form or fashion. Greetings, ladies
It's
and gents.
Ike. What's up, Ike? Let's get the
Yeah,
party
let me
started.
put this on screen for people who have not met Ike yet. He's here. He's been kind of hopping around. A couple shows this week. I've seen him popping up here and there. So it's good to have you here.
I think Paul's really the person typing in at Iconic Arcade. I think it's all a ruse.
I don't have enough hands to keep up with all these alt accounts that I have.
That's right. Try for die, RoboCop or Bad Dudes. I like these ideas.
Yeah. Okay.
Provolone Joe, happy Thirsty Thursday. What you drinking, brother? Got some fresh made watermelon juice. Getting all randy up in here.
Vic Vicious says we're going to see MK2 at 9. 2 quick questions. Kevin, please put One Up Cabs back on. What do you think about that? HSN and QVC. What was the deal with those guys? I mean, is that ever a thing?
If it was profitable, I could.
I guess that's a problem, huh? Got to make some money.
Yeah. The more people you bring in, everybody wants their cut, and these things are expensive to make. There's not a huge slice of pie to go around. But
So what you're saying is buy direct from the brand, which you can do now at Basic Fun.
yeah,
Yep.
we sure can.
So that's
Sure
pretty
can
cool, and
do
you
it.
guys will fulfill it.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is here that I missed. Mr. Crimson is looking forward to tonight's show. Thank you for being here. John D is here. John and I may have had a little kerfuffle earlier today.
Uh-oh. Are we going to talk about that?
On the interwebs. It's never happened before.
No. That's wild. I hope we
Differing
talk about
opinions on the internet? Who would have thought?
it. Never. It was Cinco de Drinko from Wow Woof.
Oh,
Nice.
wait. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we almost missed B. Kirby. He's here supporting us as
Who's that?
always.
Is he new? Be Kirby,
guy,
new to
yeah.
the channel? Welcome. Glad
Never
to
seen
have
him
you.
before on here or any other channel Monday with Mike B.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I missed anybody else. Scrolling back down
Got
here.
a lot of high-fiving. Josh
Yep.
Dendy corrupting the chat with his
Oh,
nonsense.
my gosh. Yeah. Gonna hear more from that
It's like
Looney
the
Tune.
least moderated moderator on
It's
the internet.
so great. We need to moderate ourselves. Israel's here. Good to see you again. He's always here supporting us. Okay, I think I got everybody caught up. So, speaking of catching up,
All right.
what's going on in your world this week, Kevin?
What is going on in my world? Well, first off, we did this last week, but I think there's some value to people, so we'll just make an ongoing segment. If you have an open order for Iconic Arcade or Wonderland Amusement or Basic Fun, and you haven't gotten a box or you haven't gotten an email or whatever the case might be, you have an ongoing invitation to drop that order number in the chat. Josh Dendy will keep track of all those for me, and we'll go ahead and make sure you get taken care of. I know, Paul, you've been throwing them my way from all the corners of Reddit and Facebook, and I don't know where else you pulled some of these out, but I think there was one you sent me, and literally we had it resolved in 2 hours from the time I talked to the guy. So if you have any issues, please drop that in there. I may or may not have placed an order for some Double Dragon this week.
What?
So that might be next step kind of thing. There might have been more than just that. I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned and find out.
Oh boy.
If you haven't heard, we've got a big show coming out on May 14th. If you watch Biggie's show, you might think that we're going to announce Mortal Kombat 2, and you'd be wrong. We're not going to do that. That's totally not the topic of that show. It's going to be a fun one, but that's not it. So don't spread the lies.
So it's definitely then the table that he was showing as the alternative.
Yeah, 100%. It's
So
not
it's definitely that
either.
one instead.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
No, it's literally no, that's not it. That's not it. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Were there any other businesses or catch ups to get through?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think just about everybody's got their iconic cabinet. I think they pretty much got all sorted out, and yeah, I mean, stuff sometimes comes through directly to me, and then I send it to you. And honestly, I don't go out looking for this stuff. People just send me things like, "Hey, what's up?" So yeah, but drop it in the chat if
Oh,
there's a
John D.
problem.
John D. leaking it. Kevin did order one other title. I'm not allowed to
Mm,
say it, but if John D. wants to say it, I can't argue with him.
okay.
If that's the real John D. That could just be Paul with a John D. avatar. I don't know.
Wouldn't be too difficult. I mean, I've got all the other accounts.
Biggie confirmed. Confirmed. Let's jump into the show, Paul. I think we got some good times ahead of us here.
I think we should because it's all about Iconic this week, right? That's what everybody's talking about. We've heard from everybody else in the world for the past like almost year and a half about like, is it coming? Is it not coming? Like, where's the UI? And is the emulation gonna suck? And this, that, the shipping is never gonna, whatever. It's finally here. People built stuff. They're posting it. So we wanted to talk about it with the people that actually have it. Give John and the team at Media One Up and Iconic some real-time feedback, good, bad, or otherwise. So I'm happy to introduce our panel for the evening.
Yeah.
Boom.
The heavy hitters.
We got Josh here. Everybody knows Josh. We got Jay Pace, who you've probably seen here and there popping up. He's got some stuff going on. We got Tim York, Dr. Torek. We got Gabriel Gray, who is in the chat all the time. So appreciate these guys joining us tonight. And we're here to talk about Iconic. So everybody here has an Iconic cabinet, has built it, has spent some time with it. So it's right there. Yep, right there.
It's right there.
Tim, I can't see yours. Where is? Do you have yours? Oh,
It's right
there on
next
the
to
right.
him. You can see it.
It's right
Give me a
there.
second.
Okay, I missed it in the corner. There it is. Okay. And Josh, I don't know who that guy is in your background, but we'll just let that slide. It's terrible.
Undercover brother.
All right. Well, I've got three main questions for each of you. I'm going to narrow it down just to three, and then we'll kind of go off from there. But I want to know from each of you, I want to know at least one thing that you really liked about the Iconic cabinet now that you've built it and played it, one thing that you didn't like, and we'll call the third one hot take, or maybe an unpopular opinion, or something that's just like, this is a thing that I'm thinking about, maybe nobody else is, but it's either cool or it bothered me, or I'd want to see it change next time, or whatever. So a good, a bad, and a hot take. So, Josh, why don't we start with you? You're next one on my screen after Kevin. So hit us up with your thoughts. Good, bad, hot take. Are you unmuted? Let's see here.
There we go.
All right.
The good thing, well, I think it's perfect, man. It's the right size. It is got, that's funny. It's bad English. The stuff that's in it, if something goes wonky, you're not trying to chase it down on AliExpress or something like that. You could go to a local, Best Buy and, get replacement parts for, and that's amazingly cool. The bad thing for me was probably, and I keep harping it doesn't have to be like competition grade joysticks and things like that. But, for me, I don't want to have to just keep doing stuff. I just want it to come in the form that it comes in and just be done with it. And that'd be it. And I know that it costs money to get better joysticks or whatever in it. But just like backstage a minute ago, someone was saying, that they spent $140, $150 on, replacement joysticks and buttons. That's just money left on the table, in my opinion. I think that, we're already spending $700 on something. I'd spend $800 on it just so I don't have to fiddle with it, just to get better controls. And so that's always kind of going to be my soapbox is just, we'll pay for it. Just do whatever. The hot take for me is, and it's kind of funny, it's not really so much a hot take, but, really it's like a whole nother just level in home arcade units. Like if Arcade 1-Up is here in chat or something, it's kind of like Iconic set the bar high. We know what can be done with the amount of money that we're paying for it. And we know what's there. We know the size and everything else. It's like, okay, this is the standard now going forward. There's no reason why you should be coming out with stuff that is subpar. You know, like zero reason when this is possible. You know, cause yeah, pretty much that.
Hot take. That's a hot take.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it's a hot take, but it's just
Red hot.
Well, I think, I mean, Gabriel, I think you're going to have at least one similar opinion, but why don't you go ahead and give us your kind of good, bad, your kind of off the wall thoughts?
man.
And you've had a lot of you had a lot of nervousness even getting it. You and I have been chatting for like a week now, and you took me through your whole build, and you got it done. So I'm excited to hear from you.
Well, honestly, this thing is like I have a lot over here. I got quite a few different machines, like my Big Blue, this guy. Like John and his boys, they really outdid themselves in this body. I got like a couple small little gripes, but that's just me being OCD. Other than that, like the build, like anyone who says the interface, like I like the interface, I really do, and it makes it simple, it's easy to get to. It is what you want it to be. Like, it doesn't have to be famous with it, like with a hyperspin style unified look, like we get on Launchbox or Hyperspin or some of the popular other type of front ends. But I love this thing. Like hot take, like yeah, I agree. The joysticks for me, if I can't do a solid Dragon Punch, and I'm a pretty damn good player. Like I have no problem doing it on my Big Blue. I have no problem on my MVFSX. There's just, I guess sometimes these joysticks are great, sometimes they're not, because nothing's ever perfect. As someone like me who's ever bought anything from China will tell you. Like I buy guitars, I buy all sorts of things. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they need a little work. And I'm old school, so I really like my HAP style joysticks or my IL joysticks, and I like concave buttons. I'm not big on the convex buttons, so yeah, I bought a few things and they're on their way. But other than that, though, the weight of this thing was dislocated my shoulder getting this in my house.
It's huge.
Like when you told me like I shouldn't be worried about someone running off with it.
Oh no, it's not happening.
Well, never underestimate the ingenuity of a Bradford crackhead.
That's
But
fair. That's fair. Meth is a hell of a drug.
oh, tell me about it. Yeah, but other than that, though, like this is like John. Kudos, brother. You did a great job. I don't like the sticks, but on that, I do love it. I would have loved the top of the marquee just to be a little bit higher. Not marquee, I mean the bezels to be a little bit higher, like maybe an inch and a half, so the top art doesn't look so squished. But that's just me nitpicking. That's just me being OCD. On that though, anyone who hasn't bought this cab and so anyone told me not to buy this cab, I'm really glad I stuck it out because I love this freaking thing. Like I was playing the ottle games, like yeah, I'm having a little trouble with Street Fighter, but I played the hell out of Gaiga Wing 2. I went on playing Knights of the Round. I beat the crap out of everyone with Guy in my old favorite game, Final Fight. And we get some online with these type of games, be able to play Final Fight 2-player, or we get that beautiful 3-player mod. Oh, that 3-player Final Fight at the same time. Well, that'd be great. I know I talk really fast. Sorry, guys.
No, that was no, those are good. I think we've got some similar thoughts going here. And I saw one person in the chat said, in particular, they're interested in hearing about the things that you don't like because there are so many good things, and we've heard a lot of that this week. Mike had a good show earlier in the week. B Kirby was on there, and I think Israel was on there too. Lot of love.
The good heavily outweighs the bad.
Yeah.
Heavily, like I said, like this is if I was going to rank this out of 10, it's a solid 9.2 for me.
Well, and you mentioned something, and we can come back to this later too, but you mentioned about being glad you stuck it out. And I feel like that's one of the things that maybe we don't talk about a whole lot now because we're all here, we all have it. But that was that was a tough thing for a lot of people, especially with all the other folks saying like, hey, it's never coming. There were repeated delays. They got your money, whatever.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, for the fearmongers out there, metric system, mother hunters.
Well, now we can't promote the show, Paul. There it is.
I didn't swear.
That's true. You did.
I said metric system.
No, it is a good point on the holding out part. I think probably one of the most memorable sort of conversations I had with anyone through the whole process here was after I got mine put together. Like, this is one of the first ones in the country, so I get to be at the front of the line, right? I got the thing put together, got it turned on, got to walk all around it and play it, and like after 5 minutes, I just called John, and I'm like, you freaking did it, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's worth it. Like there's that moment where like everything had been so stressful. When are they coming? Are they coming? Like, what's the quality going to be like? What's all this? And there's just like a weight fell off my shoulders at that moment, because I'm like, when people get this thing, they'll have comments. There will be feedback, sure, but no one's going to like open this thing after waiting for a year and be like, this is it? Like, this is all I got? This is garbage. Like, no one's going to say that. This thing is dope. So,
And he's not blowing smoke, because there were moments, because Kevin and I talk, and he was just like, man, I just want this thing to ship. It's just like there was so much pressure to get it out the door. So to have you, Kevin, say to me like, no, man, the wait was totally worth it. That was like, whoa, okay, I know this is actually going to be a good product now, because you really you wanted and needed it to ship. So if you're saying it was worth the wait, that tells me a lot. But yeah, so let's keep the party going here. Yeah, so
one more thing I say. Everyone's trying to say this thing is cheap.
no, it's
No,
not.
that's not a cheap build at all. This is no one up.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, Tim, let's hear
Good
your-
evening, everyone.
yeah, let's hear your side of the story, good, bad, and otherwise.
Yeah, welcome to the best little arcade in Chancellor. No, I watched the CES stream and watched John D talk about it with all of his passion, and I said, man, when they said XXL, this is what I want. This is what I've been dreaming of. We've been in the dearth of nothing for seemed like years, or repeats or whatever. And so I had it in my mind what it was going to look like in the arcade, and it delivered. It's big, it's girthy, it's got, everything is well built. That's my good part. Games are fantastic. I think I spent $100 of virtual quarters on Pro Gear last night.
There you go.
Things that I would never do in the arcade, but I really enjoy the shooters actually more than the fighters. My bad on it, the only thing I have, that I've got big fingers, and it seems like the power button for the Pi, I don't know if it's just me or whatever, I have to keep a pin to tap it on and off, and I thought it was a touch sensitive. I think that's probably me.
No, I'm kind of in that same boat where I noticed that as well. Where
Mr. Hamham.
It's a deep push. It feels like a deep push to get that in there. So
Right.
Maybe you have to use the
pinky
pinky. It's very
my bad on it. I think I was one of the people that when I went had to drag it up by myself up the stairs, 140 pounds. And maybe there should have been a stamp on the box that said, "Hey, open it up. There are 3 boxes in here." Because after dragging it up the stairs, I get it in and open the box. The damn thing's in 3 boxes. I could just pull the boxes out, and there's a lot less weight to them. So that, instruction-wise, don't use a electric screwdriver. Of course, I'm Mr. Ryobi man, so I put my torque to 0, and I said, and here I am. I can't see. I'm old with cataract surgery, so I'm using my readers. So I said, well, I will get the PDF. And so I lined up the screws, and I started putting in the monitor mounts and 0 torque on it, and it went, and it went I'm thinking, well, that's kind of strange. And then I went to put in the mount for the control panel, and the screws were too short. I said, well, that's really weird.
The C and the D.
And then I flipped it over and had some little protruding screws from the side. So I'm the old redneck that could just mess anything up.
Well, that was an instruction manual error.
But that was my fault. It's been years since I think it's been 3 years since I put a arcade 1-up together. But it was fixable. It gives the cab character, so
yeah,
I'm happy with that. Now I had a few things that I would change in my bad department on the paper instructions. If it were me, I would have said, I wouldn't have separated out the electrical as much. I would have said, when you get the top half done, go ahead and plug in all your monitor cables. Because when I got the thing together, I've got like the HDMI. I had to get a mirror and a flashlight, and I'm down in there, and it took me like 20 minutes to get the damn thing plugged in. So it would have been a lot easier to do that before assembling the top and bottom. I'm sure that that's just the way the instruction set was. I had a little bit of problems when I got to the base with 18 and 20, those panels, just trying to figure out the orientation. I'm sitting there on the floor trying to figure out, is this the back, the bottom?
Yeah, I did
So
too.
little things like that, that's, but otherwise, I think the build went extremely well. I did drop it one time and broke a three spar, and I had to glue that back together. But that was about it.
Oh, jeez.
And and of course that's just me. I can destroy anything in a build, so I can mess it all up. But overall, I would say this is it's like what everybody dreamed of getting. John D, Bobby Boo, everybody involved. They need to be so proud of what they've done. I'm not a double dragon guy, but I'm really considering getting a double dragon, and it's just because of the quality of this machine.
Nice.
It's outrageous.
There were two standouts. Paul, I'm going to make one call out before I pass it over to you because I know you. I think you had some opinions on the girthiness versus the lengthiness.
Yeah, we'll chat about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been a point there, but man, you called out the electrical, man. I felt like when I was trying to do the electrical. It felt like like a maze on the back of a cereal box or something. Like I'm literally sitting there with my finger, like, all right, where does this thing go? And they're wrapping and looping and everything else. So I think that was a great call out. Maybe kind of separate out some of that electrical just to make it a little more user friendly.
Yeah, the bottom of that monitor, it would have been so much easier just to hit it while it was in the top part and plug, and be ready to plug them in. So
that was
something.
Gabriel and I talked about that briefly while he was building his, and I said, well, you can't really do that because at that point in the build, when you have the top half put together, the control deck isn't yet, according to the instructions at least, it's not yet in place, and half of your connections are in the back of that control box. So you kind of need that to make all your connections. The monitor ones you could have made, maybe I should have.
Yeah,
said,
I think you could leave those dangling.
Yeah, maybe I should have just said that.
I wish I did that, like HDMI, the power cable,
those
the
are
sound
hard.
cable, like have them just dangling at the back of the monitor. Because when I had a little trouble getting the power one in there. I had no problem with the sound one, but the HDMI, I had to get my daughter to bring an antique mirror downstairs so I can do the mirror trick.
Yeah.
I saw Cornercade do. So it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. So when I Double Dragon gets here, when I do that, that's the first thing I'm going to be doing is putting those cables in before I even think about assembling anything.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the Double Dragon
Again, minor details, very minor details to improve on the next.
Very minor. Like this is like, man, there's people who used to pay thousands of dollars for a build of this quality.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like I've seen there's a couple of home arcade builders around my area, and they charge like $3,000 to $5,000 for a arcade.
Yeah, still do.
And the quality of this is pretty damn close. Like
we're definitely getting
solid.
a lot closer to those builds. Yeah.
I know if I push this thing over and someone's lying down on the ground, I'd probably kill them.
So please use the included safety brackets and straps. Always mount your home arcade to the wall, is what Gabriel Gray is saying.
Don't climb on it. You're gonna have a bad day. Don't let your kids climb on it. If it fall, I don't think it will fall over because this thing is really sturdy.
Yeah,
but it will 100% fall over and kill your kid. We do not endorse these views of Gabriel Gray. I'm just messing with you.
It would be bad, that's for sure. But
no, it would be rough. It would be real rough.
Well, let's get Jay in the conversation. You've been patiently hanging out, and Jay's got a new channel to promote, all kinds of things going on. So definitely want to hear from you.
What about Jazz Hands? Do we got Jazz Hands? There he is.
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we're doing
great. I don't know anyone
who
could do this.
You guys can hear me okay?
Okay, yeah, we got you.
Okay, so just happy to be here. That's one thing. Thanks very much for inviting me on, guys. This is
absolutely appreciate you joining.
Privilege. I look up to Paul and Kevin. You guys got a great channel, and happy to be on. Happy that you guys promoted Iconic Arcade right from the start. So
This
the
channel
homework,
brought to you by.
say again. But anyways, the homework assignment, the good, the bad, the ugly. My my hot take is that it's actually it's the right size, but it's too big at the same time. I know you were having a little bit of back and forth with John B today, Paul. When you look at it from some perspectives, it looks 100%. It looks like a 10 pence arcade. Um, yeah, every once in a while you catch it, and it's only really when I'm comparing it to other cabinets. If you see it on its own, and to me, that's my next point is that this thing is defining like a whole new generation of cabinets with this XT series, the 9 pence line. It dwarfs everything else. Um, so it's hard to kind of put it in a comparison because to me, this is like a new revolution. It's like we were all riding bicycles, and then here comes a guy like in a gasoline powered car. You're like, what the heck is that? Like, this is a new revolution. Um, and again, on that point, I'm very happy to be kind of on the ground floor. This feels like we're part of history. Like all the pre-order guys, um, everyone in the chat, anyone that's kind of followed the story, the origin story, not just for this cabinet, but for the company itself. Really excited for what's next. I want to go on and on, so I'm going to try to stick to the homework assignment, the good, the bad, the ugly. Back to yes, one other like secret flex, which again, I was gonna make my own mini review, and I went back and I rewatched Moat's review, and I'm like, what the f do I think I'm doing? What is anybody doing when there's a review that good out there? So I just want to W promote that. Anyone that wants to really know more about the cabinet, please go check out Moat's review. It's just so complete. Uh, so happy he got the cabinet as early as he did, and he spent as much time as he did. And so yeah, on that note, it's something that he talked about. He showed really well with the camera. I don't know if you guys can hear. There's like this really cool texturized finish
Yeah.
to the play field. So when you're taking it out of the package, like to me, it looked really special. It just looked really unique. And I wanted to get my hands on it. And so that's like a little thing I wanted to point out to people that haven't had a chance to actually kind of like touch it or see it in real life, because I don't think it really comes across on camera. I should finish up by saying, I'll just say a quick super thank you to the whole iconic team, which we got to see those guys last week on the channel. Heroes, one and all. You guys, you brought John D and the whole iconic team. You guys have brought hope back to the home arcade community, in my opinion. There was a real drop off as far as like, yeah, I came in. If you guys can see, I came in with the Pac-Man XL with Arcade One Up maybe 3.5 years ago or something like that, 3 years ago, and it seemed like at the time it was like, here we go, we're gonna get bigger cabinets. This is the way to go. And instead, it just seemed like that was like I was already joining on the top of the wave, as it were. So I'm so happy to have this in my life. I'm so happy that this is going to be moving forward. Something to really look forward to. Double Dragon and all the other cabinets from Iconic Arcade.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, that was I think a rough period of maybe 2-ish years. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, between Pac-Man XL and now finally starting to see some more XL size cabinets. Because I was right there with you, Jay. I was kind of like, all right, I'm ready for it. Let's go. And it's like, no, we're going nowhere. Like, it was pretty bleak for a while. So, yeah.
yeah, and I had to. I don't know. At that point, I was saving money. And I was kind of doing other things. And now I'm ready to go. John and Iconic, I got and Kevin, I got a little sack of gold doubloons saved up, ready to go. I was able to stash away for the wifey, and she knows there's some cabinets coming. And again, I'm just so excited for this period. It feels like we're part of history, and we're going on the right side now. Like the wave's building up again, and yeah, I'm happy to be surfing it with you guys.
So I want to ask a question coming off of that, and maybe before I do that, I'll add one more person to our little chat. Say his name. He appears. Notes in the house.
Mikey.
I'm just here to listen. I'm just here to listen. You know what I mean? That's
Brought the eye candy. Thanks for showing up for us, Mo.
Well, I mean, I had to add a little chocolate to the screen, and really, it was B Kirby by gifting me a gifted memberships. That's what summoned me here. So I smelled money. So
There it is.
Yeah.
Jay, I gotta say, that kind of bars right there, Jay. I gotta say, the angle that like you've got the cab at, and like the way it's lit and everything, that's probably the best view I've been able to get so far online of kind of like the different contrasts of how that cab looks compared to the Alpha 2. And I mean, I get it. I know, there's the back and forth on, like which one's better. And I think it depends on which one you're staring at the moment, right? Because like I'm looking at that one, I'm like, man, I really love my Alpha 2, but man, that's a nice, that World Warrior's a nice cabinet. Like, if I had gotten one of those and then I just like mailed it to somebody just to be a nice guy, like that would have been a bad choice I would have made there.
Yeah.
That's actually like a little mini hot take I have. If I can insert that, it's the division between the people that got the Alpha 2 and the people that got the Street Fighter. I'm happy for everyone that got one, and I think they both look super cool. If I have no connection to the Alpha 2, to me, being an old school gamer, I have a way tighter connection to to just the OG Street Fighter cab. But I do wish, and I want to. This is why I'm throwing this in here, and maybe Mo can back me up on this. Is that I wish that they offered a third strike variant, or maybe in the future, John, if you're listening, do a third strike. And it's ready to go. Like you could just reskin this now, like tonight, and pop this.
So if we reskin this in a third strike, I think I need to send out a poll with 14 different options to make sure that's the right one, Jay.
No,
don't do that.
No.
I think that was seriously considered at one point. I mean, you'd have to hit up John, but I've said the same thing, and I've asked John about that. And I know it was something that was considered. So I mean, who knows? I think it's a great option.
It should have been the option. I think third strike was. I think Street Fighter 2 was safe. It was, but I get it. For brand new line, Media One, that was first venture. I get it. It should have been third strike. I'm going to shut up now.
Well, no, actually, I want to hear more from you. You have that obviously, awesome full length review, but I want to put you on the spot now to have you answer the exact same questions everybody else is in terms of just like one good thing, one thing that's not so good in your mind, and a hot take. And these can be things that are from your video, or maybe they're things since your video that you thought of that are new. But I just want to hear that kind of condensed version.
All right, really quick. Good thing is that it has third strike and the potential that we can get third strike online, because that's like my favorite Street Fighter. Awesome. Things that suck that they didn't take the time and put on third generation or double impact, or they didn't put on Street Fighter. I mean, if you're gonna go that far, you might as well go all the way. You know what I mean? But then you don't want to be too fighter heavy. But it's a fighter cabinet. A hot take, or and the other bad is people having to reset their cabinets over and over to get an update that should just push through automatically once you connect to online. But that stuff that can be handled on the sauce art. A hot take, man, that's really hard. Now I have to think of something that I don't like about the cabinet.
Or it could just be something that you're like, you know what, I like this aspect more than I thought I would.
I guess that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, if it's 9/10 and it's a really good size, but if you're gonna go 9/10, listen, for all of my gentlemen out there, this is gonna sound really bad. So somebody already broke it at the 719 mark, right? They already said something explicit, whatever else, so I can just let stuff rock. We got to
Go
that part,
go
right? I don't
for it.
know.
I'll
All
have
right,
to edit
cool.
anyway.
Okay, well, cool. So if you're gonna go 9/10, you're not gonna go 9/10 in your intimate area. Just give me extra, you know what I'm saying, and go all the way. Give me the extra inch, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like 9/10 to 10/10. I mean, we're talking about like a tenth. You might as well just
The
go with
one
the gusto.
the
You know
one
what I mean?
call out there though, remember Moat, is
I know.
this thing
I know.
just barely like
know.
this is
I
as
know.
big as you could
I
ship
know.
on FedEx.
All right.
I
But
know.
let me
But see,
jump
we
in
go the
there,
other way.
guys.
We go 8/10, then we make it 4/5. So then you got a separate category.
Four
So you got 4/5, you got 9/10, and you know what
But
I mean, and
guys,
then it's there.
there's 40 pounds of cardboard in
Yeah,
that box.
you're not kidding.
It's like 15, 20. I mean, I think saying
If they
30
want,
pounds
if he
power
wanted to
is
go,
egregious.
if they wanted to go full size, John, we would have to do what Wonderland did. So like that would be an option where it like maybe the panels shipped in one box and everything else shipped in the others. Like that could be an option.
Two
and there's-
separate shipments.
Yeah,
But
and
then
there's
you-
never been an issue shipping two separate boxes. So I
Okay.
would totally support that.
No, like
But like,
But-
if especially if we want to do a larger cab that might, you know, just
wheel.
have more wood to it, you know, depending on the shape and size, that might be a way that we could fix it if we had to. So
no, but no, I agree with that. Then you get into statute territory where you're paying like separate boxes, whatever else. I get all that. I was literally just trying to crack a joke while I was trying to really think of something to really have a hot take. Hot take. I think. All right, no. Seriously though, here's a hot take. I think too many of y'all are fixated with this UI thing. Like literally, it's Netflix, bro. Like I think y'all need to just let this stuff
Scroll.
go. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
scroll and move and push a button and get in the game, bro. Like that's my hot take, dude. I think y'all are worried about the wrong things, man.
Is it still an issue for some folks, or was it an issue because they just didn't
Yeah.
know? Really?
Yeah,
It's still an issue? Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
Like some people are still like complaining about it.
Wow.
dude, and then like stuff being removed out of games that we can't control, like the FBI logo and stuff. We can't do anything about that. Why are you complaining to me for? Like, what am I supposed to do?
It's not like they removed any characters or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do want to jump in quick. Charlie Murphy had a shipping issue. Charlie Murphy, if you drop your order number into the chat, if you haven't done that already, I could look up your order and either get a new one shipped out or get it figured out. If we're not already working with you, just like I said, reach out, drop your order number in. We'll figure something out for you.
so Kevin, I know we don't normally do this, and it's not an official review by any means. But I figure why you and I both have one of these now. What's your good, bad, your hot take?
Yeah, so the good. I'm a really big fan of the artwork. So for me, seeing that artwork come right out of the book, and I mean it's not a render. It's not, you know, we've gushed over this, but to me there is something about like having some art hanging up in your house, right? And it is quite literally from the archives, a piece of art that's on the side of my cabinet. I'm not, you know, Jay called out about, you know, like which one you had. I had no emotional attachment to Street Fighter whatsoever. So for me, it was an easy choice to just say like, wow, that's a beautiful work of art. I love to have it. The bad. So there is an issue. I think I got it. There might be a small number of people who experience it. But there is a software glitch that mine has in the monitor itself. Where, you know, you'll turn it on and then some days it just won't be any sound whatsoever. Right now what I have to do is basically go in. There's buttons on the bottom of the monitor, just like any other computer monitor. Got to go in and click and, you know, go through the sound menu. So I do believe, and, you know, John, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a software update that we should be able to get here soon. I talked to the Iconic team previously and said, let's try to get it up on the website so it's an official place where people can go and get it. But it's literally just dropping some software onto a stick, plugging it into the monitor, and getting the update taken care of. So to me, it's not a huge deal, but considering I have to like unscrew the whole back panel to get to it every time it goes out, it is kind of a buzzkill. But luckily, you know, it's something I can fix on the on the main time. The hot take, dude. I don't really like Street Fighter at all. It's like one of my least favorite games of all time. So I mean I love. I love the other. I actually love the other games on it, like the shooters on it. I will say that a lot of times when there's cabinets where you start to get into the the second and third round cuts that are on the cabinet. It's like, all right, this is just filler. You know what I mean? Like this. No one asked for this game. Why is this on here? But on here, I'm going through all of them. I'm like, dude, there's a library here of like good times. So that's the flip side. But yeah, I don't care for Street Fighter just as a game, but it's beautiful. So there's that. That's the hot take that no one else will say.
That is not the hot take I expected. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I've played Street Fighter, I think, on this thing like 3 times so far, and now that I've talked with Gabriel Gray, I know that I suck at it just because I don't have professional quality joysticks. So I'm just gonna blame it on that. And I got the money for the joysticks, so it's all John's fault. Whatever. I'm just kidding, John.
Hey, on Final Fight.
Gabe, you're muted. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and round out the topic before we move on. I think my first 2 are relatively quick. So the good for me was the monitor, and I'll say the way the graphics are working with the emulation just look really good to me. Almost like I'm not a fan of all the settings, but they're well done, and I feel like it's just a really good quality visual representation of the games. Like they look good, they play great, and I'm so happy there are no issues with like screen tearing or like softness around the edges or pixel blurring or any kind of weird filters. I just love how it looks. The bad for me, I kind of have to agree with Gabriel that I was pretty disappointed with the quality of the sticks. To me, it just felt like there's molasses in there somewhere. Like, I mean, we've all put in genuine Sanwas. We've all played with ILs and done upgrades. This is neither. This is almost like Sanwas with, I don't know, so like you put peanut butter in there and kind of mushed it around a little bit. Like it just feels slow, and I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan, and I hate the fact that we're gonna have to spend more money on a cabinet that's already theoretically, $700. Now I got mine cheaper, so you could make an argument like, well, what are you complaining for? You got it cheaper to begin with, which I get. So I'll just leave that out there. Before I forget, I don't want to be blamed about anything here. B. Kirby, thank you for the huge super chat. Jeez. He's saying the UI and everything else is great on these cabs. Add an extra dowel in the middle of the 2 on the side, or 2 on the side panels for precautionary measures, and you're good. If you don't have one, your thoughts on this cab mean nothing. I remember that you talked about that, Bill, on Mike's stream Monday, the extra dowels on the sides when you put the 2 halves together. Yeah, I don't think that would be a bad thing at all. But I appreciated your thoughts on the general construction, being a carpentry guy that you are. So yeah, make sure that gets passed along. But thank you again for that crazy super chat. You're awesome, Bill. So my hot take, and I've been hesitating on this part. I actually brought a visual aid because it's gonna be controversial, and I'm okay with that. So my hot.
So
Go
YouTube's
ahead.
Right. We are
YouTube's right.
Shocking, Paul. That's
Yeah,
why
apparently.
we can't promote the show. You're shocking.
This is shocking content. I stopped debating John about this, but I just want to explain my position on it. I love the form factor overall. Everybody knows I'm an XL guy. The form factor is fantastic. I'm so happy to have this. So, like 99% no complaints. If I was to do one thing differently, I would change the proportions slightly. That does not mean I want a smaller cab. It doesn't mean I want a deluxe. Certainly, those things to me are just ridiculous looking now, including my, Fast and Furious racing cab, which is stupid skinny.
It's like it looks anorexic.
It's
now.
horrible. Yeah,
It's
and one of the
terrible.
questions I want to ask in the future is like, would you ever consider a deluxe at any point in the future, even if it was a game you really liked? But that'll be the next question. But to me, this is exactly the form factor we should have had all along. I love it. My only quibble is, proportionally speaking, compared to the original, This is now exactly as wide as an original, but short. So it looks wider than the original that's in my memory, and that is actually, out there. So when I started seeing people saying things like, "This boy is thick with a
With
couple
three
of
Cs,
C's,"
yes.
yeah, or it's a big boy, whatever, and those are not things that were ever used to describe Street Fighter until now. You never heard anyone saying, "Oh, that Dynamo, that's a thick boy." Like, that's not. Look at the back on that. It was just like, that's never been a thing that has come up with Street Fighter until this product. So here's my visual aid for this. On the left is an original Street Fighter World Warrior. On the right is the exact same image, just squished down a few inches from the top. It maintains the exact same width. If you were to look at these two, on the right by itself, you'd probably say, that looks pretty cool. But when you compare it to the original on the left, to me, it feels like, oh, okay, yes, there's something proportionally not correct about that. So
Paul, the middle-aged spread, Paul.
Paul,
right, and we
Paul,
both got that,
I
right?
do that every day. I look at this every day. Literally, I look at this every day. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying, though. You know what I mean? But first off, can there be a soundbite of you just being like thick? You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I kind of said that. I kind of felt like it was the same thing too. That's why I was like, a couple of extra inches don't hurt anything. You know what I mean? Because if if it's up a little higher, then you probably don't even notice it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
again, we're nitpicking at this point. I fully realize that I'm not looking to bust anyone's chops over this. They did a great job. I love the cabinet. I love the product. If I had my druthers, that proportionality would be adjusted slightly. I'm not looking to like make it skinny or make it.
So you
hard
want a
for-
riser? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
right?
saying?
Yeah.
John, we need a riser. John, can you make an iconic arcade riser?
Bro,
It needs
we're
to be 1.25 inches tall.
that's crazy to say, bro. See, but see, when I said something about a 4/5 cabinet, it was funny, right? But now look at you, Paul. What do you want, Paul? I want something that's proportionally accurate.
But I've always wanted that. I've never wavered. That was the reason that Pac-Man XL kind of works. It's not actually wider relative to the height.
Paul,
it maintains the proportions.
Paul, in your background right now, I'm looking at Chun-Li and then I'm looking at Cammy right next to each other. I mean, I don't know if you can really compare the two. I mean,
All right, yeah, fair.
I mean,
And I would say, Paul, how many of us have that many 68-inch cabinets in our arcades? So
right.
it's
Yeah, again, I'm nitpicking, and I recognize that. It's not going to bother anyone, realistically. And it doesn't even really bother me that much, except I look at it now and say, you know what? But,
You're
let
that
me...
guy.
I am that guy. I'll bring up John's point here because I want to make sure he's heard.
We
Here's
are
why-
fair and balanced here.
Here's why I'm off. I think 1 inch difference throws off the proportion, where one
He's
inch
right.
helps the two-player playability without affecting the proportions. I think both can be true at the same time. The 1 inch extra does help the playability, and I'm not going to deny that at all. But if you do the math, it is not proportional. You can't get around the math. Because John already said, and we've measured it, the width is exactly the same width as the original arcade cabinet. It is shorter. So you can't get around the math. That's just the proportions.
What, 4 inches shorter?
But
Yeah,
okay. I don't listen. I don't know what argument you and John had earlier. But JPace, do me a favor. Look at your cabinet real fast, right? Look at your cabinet. Now let's say you take the proportions of that control panel, right? So you have to remove. Let's say you take an inch off, which means a half an inch has to come off the left and a half inch has to come off the right. So while the right side might be okay because the buttons are there, the left side is messed up because then you have to have somewhere for your hand to rest, and then you're starting to get back into that arcade 1-up area
Get the
where your
wings.
hands have nowhere to go. Right. So then if you take that 1 inch away, how are you playing comfortably?
You'd have to
No,
shift it
no,
for
but-
sure.
Right, but then you're compressing it. You know what I mean? You're compressing it together further. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I guess-
it's like if you're all my top chef people out there, right? Let's say you're out there, you're sous vide a chicken breast, right? So what you do when you sous vide, you suck the air out the chicken breast and you put it in the water bath. So you'll essentially be sucking an inch off of that panel to make it so that it's
You would.
proportionally sized to you. Listen, give me my arcade chick thick, you know what I mean, with an extra inch so my hand can have somewhere to rest and chill. Because for those of us with big hands, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that half an inch makes a difference.
I
You know what
I,
mean?
I agree, but now I will say on the XLs, there aren't really any XL fighting games. So I obviously built my own with the Soul Calibur. I don't find that, even though it's narrower by about an inch, inch and a half, I don't find that to be like, oh, that's uncomfortably small. Now a deluxe, that is uncomfortably small to me. But again, fair is fair. If that extra inch is a deal breaker, then
Paul, but you
Josh, did you get the soundbite of MOAT saying suck 1 inch off?
Nope.
That was about 30 seconds ago. MOAT
I
specifically
don't-
said, you could suck 1 inch off.
Yeah,
Talking
whatever.
about
Hey,
chicken
whatever. It's cursed on the internet. Fine, whatever.
Forever.
Paul, listen. All I'm saying is you're not like myself, or you're not like Tim. I mean, you have your hands are not like ours. You have not had properly seasoned chicken, so you have those really skinny hands. You know what I mean? Like you have the really skinny hands. You can't even if the math adds up. It's about the experience, and if you take an inch off, bro, that experience sucked. And then you're literally almost into the line of deluxes. And let's keep it a bean, dude. Deluxe cabinets weren't the greatest with the space either. So
oh no, deluxes were rough, and that was okay. So I'm gonna move on. I take the hint. I get it. Is there anyone here that
You're wrong, Paul. Okay, let's move on.
I'm sure.
No,
Yeah,
we're moving on. We're moving on.
I'm gonna give everybody credit for Hey, that's cool. I'm happy.
That's why we
we're
got
here.
the boxing stickers.
I'm happy we're here with it.
There
This
it
is a good problem to have.
That's right.
You know what I would like to see though? Some toppers. I think that would be fun.
Just nope. All right. So the question I have for you guys is, would any of you go back to a deluxe, the skinnies that we know, if it had the right game? I want to know, like, let's say there was a game that you really wanted and it only came out as a deluxe. Would any of you go back to that? I know some of us have some of us have a mixed situation happening already. Would any of you buy a deluxe if it was a game that you wanted?
No.
It was
Gabriel,
like Cubert,
Gabriel, you
maybe.
look. Some of you look pained. Gabriel especially looks like really thinking about it.
Maybe there's one or two that I would think about, but they have to be a classic arcade, like a Galaga or a Burger Time, like that. Like some that you normally would play one player alternate or two player alternating games. They're single one joystick only. Those are the ones I'd be okay with them in its deluxe form, like Dragon's Lair, which I'm getting extra parts to turn to deluxe. Yeah. I would like it to be a little bit wider, but that's just me.
Yeah, so if all else was equal, if you could have the wider, you would take it anyway. It's just a matter of if you could only get it in a deluxe, you'd consider it. Maybe. Maybe. Anybody else that would say if it was the right game, I would consider it in a deluxe, whatever your dream game is.
If it wasn't a two-player fighter, I think I would. If it was, like a Cubert or something where you normally just play it one player.
So if it was a Cubert Deluxe, is that something you'd be interested in? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd do that.
That's interesting.
Well, anyone knows me and seen me in the streams would know that I'm very partial for Sega games. So
you're saying Sonic?
Yeah,
No,
he's going to
I'm
get that.
saying Wonder Boy.
Well, so this comment from Charlie Murphy is Street Fighter Deluxe is not bad, just too skinny. That is the issue with Deluxe. There are a lot of good Deluxe titles. It's just that Deluxe is a thin, out of proportion cabinet, and that's my issue with Deluxes. Period.
So Paul, explain this to me. Then explain this to me because you
goodness.
just kind of contradicted yourself. So I'm trying to understand. The Deluxe is too skinny.
Yeah.
But the XL is too wide. So is this like a
No, I
Goldilocks
didn't.
thing
No,
where the core is
I
just
didn't
too
say that.
hot and too
I didn't
cold?
say that.
It's just right. I mean, like,
No, I didn't say the XL is too wide. What I said is that the
no, your
proportions have to be
proportions are
right.
off. Right.
Yes.
Which means
Yes.
she's too wide. You know what I mean? It's
No,
okay.
no, no, no.
You can
No,
say the
well,
word wide in 2025. It's okay.
no.
It's okay. You can say the word wide. I'm a
I
wide
have
boy. I can say that. You know
I
what I
have
mean?
the
Like,
same
but
issue. The saving grace of what we've got right now from the Iconic is the proportions are darn close. They're so close that I can be okay with that. The Deluxes are way off. They're just so far off that it's really noticeable. Whereas at least what John did with this is he got us really darn close. So kudos, credit. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's just
what,
if I
what
had my
would your
druthers.
what would your dream be then, Paul? What would your dream be for proportions and everything else? Like, I'm assuming you're an analytical individual. That means you have measurements and lengths and widths and stuff that you have in mind. What would you like?
Take the exact Street Fighter cabinet, whichever version, the original, and just like take the corner of that image and drag it down to 90%.
Bro just
Done.
said PNG the cabinet.
But seriously, like maintain everything. Like literally maintain the exact height and width, but just 9/10 scale for the home. And that's why we're so close that it frustrates me because we are really darn close to that.
I
Wait, so
now
you
under,
want the
I now
cab to be
understand why you got into a
small?
kerfuffle. I get it.
I would love a big red, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But now, okay, so now that we've had the MVSX,
one right over there.
okay, so let's pretend that was a deluxe only. It's not, but let's just pretend there was a deluxe only version of that. Same question.
No,
Yeah.
because they're head-to-head games and it's not online. I like to play my family, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed. I'm not a small man, so side by side, it's kind of hard. You're kind of like on top of each other trying to play it. That's why I love the width of this thing. Because my wife and I, we played the hell out of this the other day,
Yeah.
and it was actually comfortable. I'm not like we're not sitting on top of each other, which is fantastic.
I'm sorry.
And at the same time, I'm not breaking my back. It's not too low. I can see the monitor just fine. I can see everything just fine. It's a solid cab. So as far as deluxe is, I'm only good for like like 2 player alternating games or a single player game. As a deluxe, I can't see 2 player simultaneous games being deluxe format at all.
Yeah. For you guys that don't know, Gabriel's an actor. You've played some pretty rough dudes. I don't actually know how big you are, but I know you're not a small guy, so that doesn't
I,
surprise me.
I'm
Oh,
6'4", 265 pounds.
There you go. There you go.
solid brother. Real fast before you continue, Paul.
The man eats his dinner. Good for
Right.
you.
That's right.
But before you continue, Ezekiel wants me to leak the design that I asked him to mock up for me.
Yes.
And wants me to show the general public.
Yeah, that's
First
Oh.
off, Ezekiel, let me just say that what you are asking right now, sir, is very, very, very selfish. Because that could potentially leak other stuff. And when I hold my phone up, I don't know what skip scap scallywag is going to try to text and try to get their name on screen. Anyway, so there is number one. That's the first one because there's two
Yep.
of them. There's
I
this
like that.
mock-up, and then there's this mock-up right here.
Oh, I like the second one.
See, and this is why
Okay.
yeah. That's what he wanted me to show you. There, Ezekiel, I did it. Thank you. You see what you've done now? Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
Well, I want to turn things over to Kevin for a bit here because as an actual buyer that can make some decisions on things, I feel like it's more important for him to be able to find out some things than any of us.
I am the most important person in the room, Paul. You're 100% correct.
If
I'm
you were
kidding.
selling art kits, I'd buy them.
There we go. No, I guess it's kind of a little bit cheesy, right? Because I am the used car salesman here. I'm happy that there is now a market that supports whatever your taste is. So there, it's kind of like you got the guys who all have their souped up Hellcats, all pretended they didn't start off with a Toyota Camry, right? Like that's like kind of where I go. There are still people getting into the space, and maybe their way of getting into the space is, grandma gets them something for Christmas because she finds it on a good deal, or someone who's upgrading their room to XLs is getting rid of one or two deluxe sizes, and I support that customer just as much as I support the customer who wants, the 99/100th scale with, the pro joysticks and everything else like that. I want to see a product, where everyone can find what they're looking for. And the fact that we can even have this question, be like, all right, now that we know there's some big players in here, would you go back? The fact that you have the option to not go back is a moment worth celebrating because, we know John's got something cooking. We know he's got some stuff cooking. My guys at Basic Fun, they've got some stuff cooking. Like there's some really exciting conversations happening behind the scenes, and there's some, I think people are starting to kind of dream big again. I think what was really plaguing the arcade sort of industry was that not only was there not new and exciting coming out, but what was coming out was shrinkflation. So it was, not only was it a title you didn't want, but it was also a little bit skinnier. And now it's got this weird foot pad on it. And now it's like there were just, now there's Wheel of Fortune, right? And it's just like, guys, what are we doing here? So I'm excited about it. Personally, I'll have a mix, right? I had all the neighborhood boys in my basement yesterday with a line of cabinets, younger guys, like you're talking like 9-10 years old.
We're just letting him get away with that. He's just going to say that. Nobody's going to.
I let them out. All right. When it was done, when they were done, I let them out. But I mean, it's kind of cool. Like we've got sort of like the neighborhood hangout spot. Like everyone was playing on a cab. A couple guys were, like 2-on-1 cab kind of deal. And whether it was the deluxes I've got or whether it was the iconic, like there was a spot for everyone to play. And I'm like, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to make a cool game space. So I think there's room for everything. That said, I do want to see, I personally, and I'll say there's selfish business reasons for this. I do personally want to see more of the larger cabs because when we're looking at like cost, what it costs to make the thing, and what the perceived value of that product is, the physical, I mean, a couple extra inches of MDF isn't really breaking the bank. And honestly, depending on the monitor size, sometimes going to that larger monitor is cheaper than going with that 17-inch screen, right? It's weird how that works. So to me, if I can have similar cost, but have a product that people are like, yeah, I'd pay an extra $200 for that. Yeah. To me, that's like, well, I want that. Right? Because I can make more money. That's what I'm here for, if you didn't know. I can make more money selling a higher quality, larger size product. So I do think that we're going to see a lot more moving into that sort of scale. I just want to make sure we're capturing all the cool titles that are out there. And there's been a lot of feedback from people, and we channel that feedback into the the basic funds of the iconic arcades, and wait to see what's coming out. But it's still an exciting year. Like, I still know the titles that are coming out this year. Like, y'all still got time to be hyped. Like, everything isn't Sonic the Hedgehog, right? I'm excited about Sonic the Hedgehog because I'm a businessman. I understand y'all are not necessarily like that. That's not your cup of tea. You're probably looking for something else. Totally cool. But like, there's definitely something coming for you. Like, and I'm looking at you specifically right now, watching this show. There's something coming for you this year. I guarantee there is going to be a title that comes out this year of everything that's coming out. I guarantee there's going to be something that you're like, ooh, I'll take that. So,
like what, Kevin?
You got big news next week, right? A week from now, isn't it? May 14th.
Yeah, we got May 14th. Now that, like I said, it's not Mortal Kombat, so stop spreading the fake love. It's not the Mortal Kombat, XL version getting announced. It is a deluxe model. So that said, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. Tune into the show. It'll be a good time. Whether you want to buy what we're talking about towards the end or not, that'll be up to you. But it's going to be a great show. So we are plugging it. We got some fun stuff planned.
Can I make an appeal?
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
whoever, I don't know if it's John D, I don't know if it's Basic Fun, whoever's got Mortal Kombat, I got a stinking legacy Mortal Kombat 2 over there that's so tiny. It's so tiny, and I just need big, big. I need big.
I feel
Somebody's got to
your
do.
pain.
I think,
Somebody's
Here's
got
the
to do
style
that.
clip.
I think,
Captain Kirk would say, "Please."
yeah, Mortal Kombat's been wanted in a larger form factor for
For a long
years,
time.
along with Star Wars, a couple other like easy, like just do the thing and it'll sell.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah, right.
but guys,
We will beg for it. We will beg for it.
You don't gotta
we
beg. Just
we've seen what
Save
can
your
be
pennies.
done with the value, like the amount of money that we're spending. We've seen it, what it can be done with this size cab. And so going back to deluxe or 3/4 scale, it almost like for me, it's kind of the principle. I'm like, dude, we can have this. Why would you go with, that's kind of my,
So you think this is you think this has changed the game by itself, Josh? I mean, Kevin, it almost seems like you're indicating, and I wanted to ask you directly: are you feeling? I know how you feel. Do you feel like the brands are feeling more inclined to be open to doing those larger sizes now than they were maybe this time a year ago?
So when I was dealing with Tastemakers, when Tastemakers was the Arcade 1-Up owners, 19-inch models weren't even on my menu as something we could talk about.
Wow.
So that gives you guys kind of an idea of how far the conversation has progressed to now, like they're part of the conversation. What do we want to pursue? What makes the most sense? Where do we see the most opportunity? Like, not just, if you could have something, what would you want? We'll think about it, right? Like, they're real conversations with back and forth. So that's exciting to me. Again, I do think that they all still have their place. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with a deluxe. If you are the market for a deluxe size, and if that's your price range, and you're getting started in a hobby, there's a lot of great games that in order to have a full size of that, you would have to pay thousands of dollars. So for certain people, that's a great fit. Smaller rooms, great fit. That said, guys, like anytime we have a hobby, we keep it pushing, right? Like if I'm you can name whatever hobby you want. If I'm into fixing up my car, I might start off with a beater this year, and by 10 years later, I've got a lot of money dropped in that thing. If you start off playing golf, you start off with your Walmart clubs, and then when you finally get your forever set, you're getting a divorce because of how much they cost. So, like, this is what we do with every hobby. What's cool is that the industry is now keeping up with it. Like, all right, you want to push? You want to go big? Cool, let's go big. Let's do something different. And like give people something to aspire to. Like I'm not here to hate on the people who want to do the deluxes. And like those of us who are, or those people who are kind of veterans of the community, like don't hate on them, welcome, but then also give them something to strive to. Like, hey, the guys who've been building their home arcade for 10, 15 years, what do they got? Oh man, like I want that someday, right? Like I want to have that room someday. Right now I get this. And like, let's celebrate the dudes and gals getting into it for the first time. Like, cool, welcome to the family. Like we're a bunch of lunatics. Jump in and chat with us, right? Like show us what you're working on. Show us if you modded it. Like let's welcome them in. Let's have a good time. And then after a couple years, they'll be like, all right, but I wish it was kind of bigger. And then it begins, right?
But what happens when they're the same price?
Like when someone buys too many of them off season, and then they have like a really large one, and I have like the average size one that's totally fine in size. There's nothing wrong with it. And then they're like both magically at the same price. I have no idea what you're talking about, Josh, but I would hate it if that happened.
No, I'm saying just like hypothetically, what happens whenever the price point is the exact same?
That
Like,
would be the exact same. That would be stupid.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like at some point, they're both going to be, and if the entry level is the same for an XL as there is for the deluxe, you know what I'm saying? I guess to me, what jumps out is it should really be a wake up call to Arcade 1-Up right now. You know, like if we want to see them be successful, I think they should be taking notes as to what this has done, you know, and adapt to that.
I don't think unless something goes horribly wrong, we would see them at the same price point, though, right?
Yeah.
Because one, I don't know if you've ever watched any of my capitalism rants, and like I know that always makes me like the evil dude. But when you build a product, it has a value, and the market determines what that value is. So if you want, you want the companies to come out and like take flyers on these different titles and build larger form factors and add these features, they're going to be looking at, well, what does the market tell me this thing is worth? So it probably wouldn't make sense that they would be at the exact same price point for the same type of game, right? So like, I'm not comparing a single joystick XL to like Time Crisis with light guns, right? Like, so like, just because they're different sizes, they can still be at different price points.
And I think that that has happened. To Josh's point, you did have a T2 and a Time Crisis coming in at I think $699, $749, and then you had your Pac-Man XL around the same time period, $699. So in theory, you could have two form factors around the same price point because they were so different in execution.
Right. But
Not-
so like,
not
but those
difficult.
wouldn't be that wouldn't be an apples to apples comparison, right? Like Time Crisis Deluxe compared to a Pac-Man XL, like it would be like, okay, well, what would a Time Crisis XL look like compared to a
Right.
Time Crisis Deluxe? Because your light guns, that technology obviously adds a different cost level. Same
Yeah.
with your driving games. Same with if you got a flight yoke, those kind of things. Your single joystick games will always be probably the most economical cost wise, and then as you add the new technologies and the bigger features, you're going to see that reflected in the price.
I would love to see a flight stick game like Space Harrier or Afterburner. That's what I would love to see.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to play so many flight simulators. Like when I was a teenager, that was my like PC crack, was flight simulators with the joysticks and everything. I was over at Nebraska Furniture Mart the other day. I had never seen one of these before. It just made me want it so bad. It's like you've seen like the curved monitors like that are on there, but for flight simulators, I mean, this thing was like a 65-inch vertically curved monitor.
Wow.
So that when you're playing your flight simulators, like you're actually looking up or you're actually looking down. I'm like,
Dang.
I don't need that, but I want it with every fiber
Star
of my
Wars
being.
Battle Pod.
That's a good one. What were your go-tos, Kevin, back in the day? What were your flight sim go-tos?
Dude, I don't remember what they were called at this point. I mean, dude, I'm 40 years old. You asked me when I'm playing at 12 on my old computer. I don't remember what they were called, but
Because for me, it goes all the way back to like Micro Pros. It was like F-15 Strike Eagle and Gunship with the Apaches. So it was like, barely like moving. It's like 2 frames per second.
yeah, there were some good ones. There were definitely some good
Yeah.
ones.
You did bring up something, Kevin, that is, I think, worth kind of emphasizing, which is in the past you said XLs weren't even a discussion, and I think that's because they were locked behind the club store wall that they're not locked behind necessarily now. So now you can actually have that conversation, and the club stores are still doing their thing, which
Yeah.
to me is that's a game changer by itself.
Yeah, that was kind of like my number one mission above everything else was the 19-inch, the XL, the higher end model, you're going to have a smaller market, right? Like you're talking about the guys who are ready to really drop some coin on these things. If you lock that behind a club membership, you're taking a small market and now you're making that market even smaller by limiting who within that market even has access to the product. So my thing is always like, if we want to do deep cuts, if we want to do 19-inch, like let's put them online. And also there's going to be games that like clubs will never pitch to you, right? Like
Right.
there's no world where Sam's Club comes in. It's like, you know what we want? We want a 19-inch House of the Dead 2. Let's
Right.
go. Like that's not happening at a Sam's Club. They want
26-inch House of the Dead.
yeah, 26 inch.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Like,
Could you
like,
imagine?
You
Oh yeah.
on
no
it.
one's putting that. No one at Sam's Club's putting that on a PowerPoint, right?
I
So,
just build it.
so to me, I'm like, well, there's a market here. we know it's not as big as the deluxe market because as you go up in price, like people are gonna fall off. Price elasticity is a thing. So like, how do we capture the most market? Well, you put it on the internet. That's how you capture the most people. Is you put them on the internet where, whether you're in Canada or whether you're in Florida, you have access to the product, which wouldn't be the case if it was in a club store, right? So that's been my pitch, and I am very grateful anytime anyone listens to that pitch at any of these companies.
We're grateful
so
too.
Grateful.
Yes. Well, so now that we know most of us would not want to go back to a smaller form factor, we think what we've got going here so far with Iconic is, by all accounts, basically a home run. So now I'm curious, what should the games be? Maybe not, it's going to be probably too late this year, but like, what should we be thinking? What should the company be thinking about for the future? So I'd like to know maybe just a top 2 or 3 games from each of you. In an ideal world, blue sky, forget license challenges, whatever. What would you ideally want to see now that you've got a form factor that you love? So maybe, Jay, let's start with you. You're at the top of the screen. Just give us your top 2 or 3 that you would love to see in this larger form factor from Iconic or whoever.
I'd love to see, I'm going to say Spy Hunter Road Blasters. Like, I know that might not fit in this exact cabinet. I would hope it could somehow. But yeah, Spy Hunter Road Blasters, I'll take either one of those, ideally both. The dream would be to have a version that's like a stand-up version you'd sell for $7.99 or whatever, $6.99, but then have a version, whatever you need to charge, a couple $100 more, where the cab tilts forward and then you're adding a seat. You have like a sit-down version, but you need to have it, unlike the arcade one-up Outrun, you need to have depth underneath where the pedals are, so you're so as long as it's designed well, that would really be my dream. And I've pushed for Spy Hunter for so long. I would settle, to answer your earlier question, because I kept thinking about it, what deluxe would I settle on? I don't want any deluxes, but if they only came out with a deluxe Spy Hunter, I would be the first one to buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Spy Hunter Road Blasters. Oh, and PS, after you do the driver, do a shooter. So I know I'm kind of throwing in 2 answers to one question, but if Iconic Arcade can nail, you guys are going to do, you got the Capcom cabinet, you're going to do Double Dragon next. You can only have so much, regular stick. Do a dual stick as well. I'm coming up with a lot of answers.
By shooter, you mean a light gun game, right? By shooter, you don't mean like a vertical shmup. You mean like light gun.
Light gun, yeah, absolutely. House of the Dead, Time Crisis 2. I could go on and on.
Carnival.
Crossbow, John D. Wink, wink. I don't know how we do it, but yeah, I would buy a crossbow. I got fond memories of crossbow back in the day. That was a cool game. So you guys, come on. I call it Arcade, basic, fun. Whoever's listening, do a good driver, do a good shooter, please. Like, that's my next big request.
Love it. Yeah. Wholeheartedly agreed. Gabriel, what would be on your dream list?
Oh, for this factor?
Yeah.
Well, one, because it would satisfy my buddy, console fanboy. Hey, buddy. Mortal Kombat. And definitely would love a nice light gun cab, like in this form factor, for sure. There's one light gun game that I've been trying to find, but I can't find it, which is Namco, which is called Vampire Knight. That game was, like, I loved it. I loved House of the Dead. I loved Time Crisis, Virtual Cop, but this one game, Vampire Knight, was badass, and I would love to see that one as a light gun game, for sure.
Nice.
Also, anything by Sega.
Except Sonic.
Unless it's that very rare arcade version of Sonic.
Right. Yeah. There were a couple that came out in Japan, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So,
never released over here, and there's like only like 3 cabs no one knew exist.
yeah.
And
Right.
that I
Right.
would like to play just because I played all the Sonics, and I haven't played that one, so I want to play it.
It's going to be interesting to see how that does in the market, but yeah, we'll see. Tim, what's on
Yeah.
your wish list?
My impossible dream would probably be Defender Stargate dual license. Never happened, but I love the games. Would love to have those. Daytona, man, Daytona.
Mm,
Got it. I'm a Sega guy too, so I've got a GRS FU26 coming in for those. But
okay.
I would pay for the dedicated cabs for those.
Are either of
And
those ones that, if it was in a deluxe form factor, you would say, yeah, that just because of the title, I'd probably still get it, or are you sort of
because of the
XL
title,
only?
I'd have it. It's just one of those things I want in the arcade. You got to have it.
Yeah, so I am hearing a constant kind of theme here, which is the title still kind of trumps the form factor, at least in, if it's your dream cab, that can be
Yeah,
enough to push
yeah,
you over.
yeah.
Interesting. Moat, what's on your list? I know a couple, but maybe you'll surprise me.
You want a realistic list or you want an impossible list?
I want your dream list.
Okay, so the impossible dream list that I have, give me Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah,
I think that is an
that's
amazing
cool.
game. I think
Yeah.
that I'm pretty sure a Pi 5 could run that game, because it's not that intensive, dude, and it's really fun, and it's got like all these old 70s, 80s animes and stuff on there. That would be the impossible to do, and it's not because I like fighting games. It's genuinely just an amazing game.
Why do you think it'd be impossible? You think it just isn't well known enough, or
No, it's a lot of the licensing, and it's
oh,
not even
okay,
the
okay,
Capcom side of it.
yeah,
It's more of the gotcha men and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
fair. Yeah,
it's
But
more of that stuff.
but if you're gonna do that, you'd have to include SNK versus Capcom as well, like 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you'd have to do Tatsu, you'd have to do Capcom vs. K, SVC Chaos. You have to put that on there.
that'd be
One and two,
sweet.
you put on
Yeah.
there. I mean, you'd have to because you can honestly be like, oh well, there's a versus fighting collection out and whatever else, and Capcom fighting collection. That's kind of why I didn't do that. I was thinking about something that's like not available. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's your fighting game submission for me that everybody's expecting because he's a fighting game guy. There's your
Yeah.
thing, right? What I'd like to see in this form factor, though, I said it before, I'll say it again. I want a Konami cabinet. I
Mm.
genuinely would like a Konami cabinet where we can play Russian Attack, where you can do
Oh,
Contra. Give me
cool.
the console version. You know what I mean? Don't give
Yeah.
me if you got to give me the arcade version, fine, whatever. But I think a good Konami game would be dope. And then I guess the other impossible game that I want that probably nobody else wants, give me Initial D because
Oh,
I love Initial D. Like when I did that arcade tour a couple weeks ago, and I saw the Initial D cabinet next to San Francisco Rush, and I'm not gonna say Rush because y'all not giving me a realistic freaking clutch. You're not giving me extreme. So I'll settle with Initial D. I'll take that. Get your card and whatever else. Like, Initial D is great, but something like that or Arctic and Hydro Thunder mixed together. That's
oh
that's what I
man,
would want.
I
Like,
forgot about those. Dang,
yeah.
I thought I had my list in my head. Now you just ruined it.
Well, like
All
I said,
right.
that's what's up. There's your realistic list, and then there's your impossible list. It's like which one do you want?
Man. Okay, good
Yeah.
list. Josh, what's on your list?
Oh man, all right. So I want to see this XL size Big Blue. I want to see a Big Blue. I
Mm,
want to see beat 'em ups. I love Violent Storm Vendetta. That's my favorite.
okay.
And it was actually three. I think it was Crime Fighter, Vendetta, Violent Storm were like the trilogy of beat 'em ups. But I'd love to see Night Slashers. Um, but I think realistically, I'd like to see a Big Blue with Dark Stalkers come out, like that, or Knights of the Round as like the marquee title in that form factor.
Oh.
But I want to see the Big Blue though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you imagine that just towering ice scraper shape?
I could see it. Yeah.
I'd
Mm-hmm.
love to see that.
I could see that for sure.
Dungeons and Dragons in the Big Blue form factor.
Yep, it was a
Oh
marquee for it too, I believe.
oh
So
yeah,
Towers
Mm.
of Mysteria,
and Tower Doom and like
Shadows over Mysteria. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
So
But
Kevin's.
yeah, I'd love to see a Big Blue with some of those, man. That'd be great.
Oh
But
yeah.
definitely beat 'em ups. Also, John D, I want to see Armored Warriors on on this one. Cyberbots,
Yeah, just patch that in, patch that in.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was like, man, if they could just add those games to the pre-order, I'm like, man, why not add that one? Because that was another one of those games that came on, I guess your Capcom. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Never enough. We always want that one more.
it's a beat 'em up, and I love beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
Well, I've been hoping for the option that John might open up that we can actually purchase licensed games to
Yes.
download onto our machines, and because these things, like, we only got 20 games on. That's not a lot of space at all.
Yeah.
Like, we could put a lot more on there,
I
and
mean,
we're paying for them. It's legal, just make it
It's
happen.
it's come up in the past, I think, and John, if you're still here, feel free to chime in. But I think he's said in the past in our chat that it's an issue of scale. Like if there were enough users to make it a viable thing to construct and to make happen. So I don't know. I think that a lot of people would be more than happy to see that come.
You never know unless you set up a website just specifically for
Yeah.
that, and we just
I don't think it'll happen though, only because the goal of Media One Up, I'm sure, and Iconic Arcade is for them to sell arcade cabinets. And if you put downloadable titles on the cabinet, you can just have somebody buy one, and then they'll never buy any other ones for the other titles. So,
no, I mean it'd be Capcom only.
And maybe ones that you'd never see a cabinet for. So
Right,
it'd have to be
right.
something that would never get built as a cabinet. But I think that the installed base is just not. If you had maybe 20,000 units ready for this market, but if you have 2,000, that's a different equation.
But then there's other things of that you have to set up e-commerce.
Right,
You have
right.
to freaking set up a whole there's a whole bunch of that stuff that you have to go in.
Exactly.
Go
So
and go.
I wanted to get back to Kevin not speaking as a buyer, not representing Spreetail, just representing Kevin. I want to know 3 titles that you would love to see somebody make in a form factor of this size.
So I'm like the least deep cut, like nerdy of the group. So my responses will not be provocative, exciting, or even remotely entertaining. Though they're my number one. I do have a number one, and that was my number one is Golden Axe because I played that on Genesis a lot as a kid, so I had a lot of
title.
memory on that. And then there's an arcade my son and I go to every summer. It's like in a campsite, and the guy collects all these arcades, and he's got a Golden Axe at the campsite. That's in his like kind of personal arcade there. And my son's like, "Oh, this is the greatest game ever," and he loves it. I'm like, "All right, it's my kid. I'll admit it." You know what I mean? Like it's just cool to have like sort of that multi-generational connection over a single game. So for me, just being a sappy old man who loves doing things with his kids, I want a Golden Axe because I know me and my kids would play it all the time, and it would just be memories. My favorite shooter besides Time Crisis 2, which I would like to see, but my favorite shooter always was Area 51. So that's not a controversial take. I've said that one before. There was another shooter that came out or that came up in a conversation that I was thinking about the other day too. Silent Scope. Remember that one?
Oh, heck yeah.
That was
a lot of fun. I
That
don't know if
would-
you could get it out today. Like, I don't know if you could make that today because it's so, like, sniper picking people off of buildings and stuff. It might be a little too.
Well, maybe more people would do it in their basement than at school, So,
Right,
like, there
right.
could be, we're saving lives with video games here.
Another game that's like that was Golgo 13. That's another one that's like that.
Yeah. But Silent Scope I think, is one of those classics that people recognize. It came out, I think, on the Genesis and some of the other platforms of the day. That's a good title.
Yeah.
Hey,
so,
Cornercade's here.
oh, Cornercade. I've never heard of that guy. Oh, I
Okay.
ghosted you. Why? It's because you keep asking me questions, man. So, like, if you're in any chats with me, you know that I'm good for like 5 responses.
That's true.
Like, I'm good
True.
for 5 responses, and then I go to bed and I like throw my phone across the room. So,
Danny,
if
if
you're
it help-
still texting me, like,
Yeah. If it helps, Danny, I do a show with a guy, and I'll get 3 texts from him in a week, maybe.
yeah.
So
Josh is literally the only customer service email that I haven't given a rip about since I received it. It's been in my inbox for like 3 days. It is. Are you ever going to reply to me, Kevin? No, Josh. I don't care. I'm not going to reply to you at all. No, I got you, Josh. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. Don't.
Those are some good titles, Kevin. I don't know. I don't think they have to be super deep cuts, but like, Silent Scope isn't necessarily one that people have talked about a lot. I think
It's not a
good
major one. It's not a major one. But yeah, Golden Axe is kind of like my holy grail. It's just one of my favorite games as a kid, and seeing that be one of my kids' favorite games is. How do you not complete that circle, right, and get that thing in?
All right, but what about Golden Axe versus Gauntlet Legends?
Oh, Golden Axe would win. I mean,
Okay.
That said, I also want Gauntlet Legends.
Okay, I thought this is one of those I thought you were like. So okay,
I mean,
yeah.
just because of the emotional factor, Golden Axe wins. But then I would also have a Gauntlet Legends right next to it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fair. I think on my personal list, I think there's some that I feel like this is such a no-brainer. I'm not even going to put it on my dream list because I feel like it's got to happen. Like at some point, a Star Wars and a Mortal Kombat XL have to happen. So they're not even on my dream list. They're on my it's only a matter of time list because somebody would be stupid not to do those. So I think for me on my dream list, it would be House of the Dead. Like that's just awesome. It'd be Tekken, and because nobody's done it, there's a lot of great Tekken games, and it would probably be Crazy Taxi because I think it's just a really fun, more modern, not racing exactly, but you're driving. It's got a really cool aesthetic, the whole music thing, but it'd be hard to do with licensing. So
Yeah.
I would like to see some good racing games come out.
Same.
We need it.
We
need it.
I'd love to see, I'd love to challenge John, not that I can challenge John, but
yeah,
I'd love to see what that team of dudes would do if they really got their hands into a game.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, Basic Fun has a huge licensing sort of Rolodex, right? So, I'd love to see them both do something, right? Like I'm not saying one would do.
What do you know that we don't know, Kevin? What do you know?
He knows all of it.
Well, the show's only an hour. That's why I tune in every Thursday.
We blew past that about 37 minutes ago. So
That's right. That's right.
Well,
Now you're
you had
bonus
good night,
material.
folks.
There's KFB. I knew he was going to be here eventually as well, seeing the Mortal Kombat movie.
It's because somebody said Mortal Kombat. That's he appears. Yeah.
That movie's so good. I watched it earlier today.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
It's so good.
I want the popcorn bucket, dude.
Yes,
I want this popcorn
that
bucket.
looks awesome.
I haven't seen it.
They're really up on their game with those popcorn buckets. It's insane.
It's funny, dude. I get so much hate for Mortal Kombat. Like, dude, I hate it. I'm like, dude, I love Mortal Kombat. I just stand for Capcom. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they can we find out if they kill Cole in the first 5 minutes?
Can we hope? Can we
No
pray?
spoilers. No
Bill
spoilers. Don't you-
Kirby coming in here. I don't blame Kevin for ghosting Danny because Danny's he's gonna go on his show and talk about it. But see, maybe that's my 4D chess troll of the community because Danny's the equivalent of the guy standing on the corner with the sign saying the end is near and Trump's the Antichrist, right? So Danny's got that level of knowledge. So if Danny's like, guys, this is what's coming next. I heard it firsthand from somebody. You're gonna be like, "Is it? I don't know."
I
That
feel
sounds cool, but it's coming from Danny, who's never right.
But Danny and Biggie this week, I think, are at they're pretty much on equal footing there in terms of is it this?
Oh,
Is
the
it
conjecture, the conjecture machine is in full warm up
Guys.
mode right now.
Yeah.
You
One,
would.
I don't know, maybe 2 words. Quartercades. All right. That's all I got to say about that with Danny. You remember
Quartercades.
quartercades, man. That's where it's at.
Nah.
Dude, I still like the quartercades. I think that they're just gorgeous machines. I don't know if I can wrap my mind around the cost of it. That's the only
that's tough.
part is it's really cool. I thought it was really smart that they made it so you can plug the controller in so you can actually play the game, not just with a little dink joystick. So I mean, I thought design wise they're gorgeous. You can actually play it, but I'm just man, it's 2 of those is a PS5.
But are you really gonna play
Right.
it?
Well, it used to be a PS5, not anymore. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm grandfathered in.
brother. Yeah.
I'm just giving Danny a hard time. He gets really, really excited about something, and he's like,
Dude, he
"Man,
gets
that's
excited
awesome."
about everything.
Yeah, he's
But,
like, "Yeah."
not to defend the dude, or whatever else, right? Because I never want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm just saying it's a lot harder to be positive than it is to be negative. That's what I'm saying. That's just the general consensus in anything. You know what I mean? You can be positive, but to be negative is
I think
super
you know
easy.
what? I think I'm going to put an asterisk on that. it's hard to be positive if you're faking it. So I think that's kind of like I'll rip on Danny all the time and talk shit about him. Like I like the guy though, right? Yeah. But like he genuinely enjoys the arcades and what he's doing.
That's
and
true.
Like,
That's
if
true.
you send him a Deluxe, he's excited about a Deluxe. And if you send him an Excel, he's excited about an Excel. Like whatever's in his room, whatever he's playing, he's actually literally excited about the thing that he's doing. Whereas if you just try to shill and you don't actually give a rip about the product, it is kind of hard to do more than one video. You know?
Kevin, I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, what's up?
That's about 82% of this community.
Is what?
That they will just shield for the product for no reason. They don't
Dude, I know. I have never had so many people pretending they like me in my entire life.
I ain't shilling for nobody, man. I'm being straight up. I'm straight up.
Yeah,
No, bump that, bro. No.
But you know that's
No, but I'm just keeping it a buck, dude. You know what's crazy? You know how many group chats I've been in with other people, bro, and all they do is they talk about content. Dude, we don't talk about nothing but dumb crap. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like literally, we don't talk about nothing but dumb crap. It's literally arcades don't even come up, bro.
I'm honestly like I'll send cabs around. I'm trying, to see how different people do with different stuff, and to me, it's just funny to watch. I mean, I'm not saying I ever intentionally stir the pot, but there are some times where, like, I mentally tell myself, like, all right, bro, hold my beer. Hey, man, I'm going to send you a cab and see what happens. It's just, to me, it's entertaining, right? It's entertaining. But, like, there's some people that will be constant. Like MOAT, you did a good job. Like, I respect the work ethic you put in. I'm not like trying to kiss butt or anything, but recognize people who put in the grind. Like you put in the work. So I'm happy to make sure that you got a review cab that you can put in the work again. Like you're enjoying it. You're having fun. As long as you're having fun, keep doing it.
That's what I said.
There you go. And as soon as it stops being fun, let me know and I'll send it to somebody else. And, Danny will screw it up, and we can watch him struggle to put it together for 6.5 hours. I mean, it's
Dude,
cool.
When he broke out the DeWalt brand driver, I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
like this isn't going to end well.
Yeah, everyone knows you're supposed to use Milwaukee.
Dude, the first rule
Facts.
is, but no, he was like, but I'm just going to start it with this, and I'm going to finish it manually.
Oh, that's the kind of thing that gets said on our show and taken out of context. So
Honestly, all you need to do is have your drill set down to like minimum
torque.
minimal torque, and just going slow. That's it. Just
You
go
shouldn't.
slow.
You shouldn't be using a torque freaking drill though with a freaking one of these cabinets, dude. Like
Not with the cam locks. There's no reason to use it with the cam lock.
No.
But dude,
Moat,
I don't
Moat,
want to
you
sit here and do this for 4 hours, man.
Moat,
Like,
you're 100% right, but I will tell you this: since 2018, I have never built a cabinet without power tools, and I've never had a problem. Because if you're careful,
No. There's
you
nothing.
shouldn't.
No. If you're doing it with like the cheap $20 drill from Walmart, fine, whatever. I'm talking about some industrial. I can take it and drill into my freaking metal panel with
Okay,
it.
that'd be
But
bad.
you know what?
That's
Here's the funny
yeah.
thing is though, like the contractor grade, Milwaukee drill is actually going to have the correct settings
right.
that I can
Yeah,
dial it all the way down
Yeah, you have
to
to
where
turn it
like if
all the way down, right?
Yeah.
right, so like literally you're just holding it in your hand. It's just like click, 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 click. Like you're not going to damage the thing.
I wasn't always an actor. Before I decided to be an actor, I was actually an engineer. So
I was going to say model, but okay,
that too.
nice, nice.
Dave,
He's-
you
he's
have-
still
I've been-
that.
I've been
He's
saying it for years.
all
Dude.
it
You
is.
have great hair, man. I've been saying that for years, dude.
Right now I look like shit, but hey, I appreciate the comment.
Did you get your new
I
head-
I
did you
didn't
get your new
believe I didn't believe the hair was real. I always thought your little image was an avatar. I'm like, there's no way a man looks that good in real life. And then you came on the show. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like I just
Yeah.
suck. Like,
Yeah, well,
like my favorite.
I do what I do for a living. Like you probably watch some of the shows I'm in.
I
So,
probably do.
like I got approached just the other day from just randomly in Best Buy because of a part I had on The Expanse. It's like,
Oh,
were you in
yeah.
The Expanse? I'm like, yeah. And then next thing I'm signing things.
Look at
And
that.
I did Shock Stock this last weekend, which is a horror convention, and I had people recognize me from this horror movie they called Sick Puppy, which was only in the festivals right now. It's going to theaters next week.
Nice.
So go check it out. It's called Sick Puppy. It's a horror movie. It's kind of like Mickey Mallory for millennials. And I think if you like horror, you like suspense, you guys will really enjoy it. I really hope so.
Josh, find us a link. Put it in the
Yeah.
chat.
Well, on that
What
note,
was the
Kevin,
link for?
Sick puppies.
Sick puppy.
I'm thinking.
Not the band.
No, yeah, it's a
No,
different
that's
group.
skinny puppy.
I thought there was a sick puppy too.
Nope, not that I know of. Maybe.
Almost positive.
What were you gonna say, Paul?
Well, I was just gonna say, do we want to go around and see what everyone's doing?
Yeah,
and
dude.
kind of-
Everyone needs to plug what they're working on.
Yeah,
so
we'll kind of wrap it up with that, and
Yeah.
So let's start with you. I mean, Jay, you've got a new channel, right? Red Alert.
Red Alert Home Arcade. Yeah, please check it out, guys. I'm at the very, very, very beginning. I'm doing it like guerrilla style, just trying to get it off the ground. Like mentally, for me, was a hard start. Um, so I'm gonna keep going on it. It's gonna be a slow grind. But yeah, please check it out, guys. Red Alert Home Arcade. I want to have a lot of fun with it. It's channels like this that have inspired me to just try to inject more fun. You know, not to be so critical. I'm not gonna. I found it very hard to do the homework assignment to come up with the negatives for this cabinet, and that's not me trying to blow smoke up anyone's butt. Um, so yeah, I'll be the fanboy at least at the initial start, and I'm not going to be as critical or as objective or as awesome as someone like MOAT, but he's someone I aspire to. Um, Maybe like years from now, I'll be able to get to that kind of class. But until then, I'm just having fun. So if you guys want to have fun with me, please check out the Red Alert Home Arcade. Um, yeah,
Love
and I'm
it.
going to be playing this. As soon as it goes online, I'll be looking for people like Israel.
there we go.
You got me just down the street, buddy. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get together too. We're going to do that. You
Yeah,
got to set up
absolutely.
and fix.
yeah, absolutely. I can swing up. I can always swing up sometime. I would invite you in here, but my area is a mess right now because I got Transformer toys all over the bloody place. Like that is a mess. Look at that crap.
Oh my goodness.
You know, it's like I inherited
Not
a
his
big,
channel link, Josh.
I inherited a huge Transformer collection. I've been still going through it all.
I thought I saw one of the pictures you sent me. I'm like, is that a whole bunch of like, you know, you don't want to be too nosy, but I'm like, I think that's a lot of unboxed Transformers there. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
a little over $30,000 worth.
Jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like I already have my own personal collection, so these are added to my collection. So I'm going to be going to the conventions just to try selling it off because
Any-
I don't need that much.
You have
It's
any
too much.
G1 stuff? Any first
Yeah.
gen? Really? Wow.
Yeah, I've got them over there in the cabinet right now. That I got mostly just commemorative series, like the reissues that came out in 2000.
Yeah, okay,
I got
sure.
a reissue of Megatron. It comes in a nice blue Takara folding box. I got a Soundwave over there. I got a Optimus Prime, Rodimus Prime. I got a bunch of mini bots. I got the Power Master Optimus Prime, Prowl, a bunch of others.
Nice. That's a whole
Yeah.
other show.
That's
Well,
just totally different. Let's talk about arcades for now. I'm like 7 different degrees of nerd here.
So what else should we got your some of your projects coming up. What else do you have, Gabriel, going on that we should be checking out or looking for?
Well, I have because of my career of what I've been doing. I haven't had a lot of time doing my own YouTube thing, which I wanted to do, and so Mike got his cab and beat me to it. I can't top that review, so I'm not going to bother. It's too good.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
Because it was good.
because it was good. You did a good job, Mike.
Well, thank you, but
You set a
Now
huge
shut
bar.
up.
You hit a huge bar. I don't want to go step on your toes, dude. On that though, like just doing my usual thing. I'm hanging out, playing games, traveling out, buying toys, and popping up the occasional TV show. That's
Love it.
pretty much me.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I'm gonna keep an eye out.
I
for
just
sure.
did an episode of Cross last week. Actually, I was talking to Jay while I was on set.
Nice.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I unknowingly invited two guys that basically live like right down the road from each other in somewhere in the Great White North. But
Well, it's not that far north. We're just southern. Like we're like 20 minutes away from the border of by New York, by Buffalo. But no, he's about 25 minutes away from me. Then another 25 minutes is to the border.
that's awesome.
So
Tim, tell us about what you got
Yes.
going on.
Well, I'm retired, so normally I'm sitting around. Right now, I'm number one on Star God Deluxe, EM Plus on the 4K piece. That's my thing tonight.
Nice. Okay. Are you
Can
going
I
to
ask-
be doing the online stuff with this cabinet when it comes out?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask one question because both you and Jay have been watching both your screens. Do we have an attract mode on this thing? We can just let the thing and just cycle through different games because it doesn't do that for me.
I'm just resetting it and opening
Okay,
up another
okay. That's
game.
I guess I don't notice you guys flip it over. That's all.
Just wanted everybody to see all the different games that are on.
That's on the roadmap. I mean, when we had our sort of launch party last week, and Ryan, developer with Media One Up, mentioned that that's something they're hoping to bring out. So
I would love that. I would love actually
Yeah.
options of changing the display of how it looks. Like some people like the unified look of Hyperspin. Some people like this Netflix way. Other people like the list style. It's just give us the option of changing if we wanted to.
boy, Hyperspin takes me back like 2 decades. Man, spent so many hours tweaking that.
Oh, pain.
It was good
Pain.
though. When it worked, it was great. But yeah.
Well, it's
Anyway.
getting rocket launcher working too. And
Oh my gosh, rocket launchers are a pain. Yeah. So Moat, tell us what else is going on in your world. We know what you have done, but what are you doing currently?
I'm just what am I doing?
Are you working on? Are you
I'm
working
projects. I'm working on projects.
You've
That's
got
what I'm
some
doing.
things, I think.
Yeah. I'm working on projects. That's the best thing I can say.
Yeah,
And
okay.
for those who don't know, that's kind of the direction I'm going with the Mike Wall Trades channel now. It's more like projects. Like I like working on that kind of stuff. It gives me like time to work with stuff and do stuff and give you guys reviews. So to that being said, Jay, Gabe, first off, thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. Never did I ever hear I was going to hear something like that. So thank you. But I'm going to tell you the same thing that once a C Marvel 360 told me. It doesn't matter if somebody did a review. Sometimes people just want to hear your perspective and your voice. So it doesn't matter if my voice, my review was dope or not dope or was too long, whatever else. Like people want to hear your perspective on it. Because remember, it's YouTube. You know what I mean? Like if all of our reviews were all the same, they all be 20-minute cookie cutter, blase, whatever else, right? So, dude, put it out there. Like literally, like yo, and you can riff, you can twist. I'd watch it. I'd just sub to your channel. I'd watch it. You know what I mean? So legitimately, like, dude, just go out there and do your thing. More voices equal more flavors to go into this melting pot that we call home arcade. Real talk. But as far as I go, yeah, dude, I'm working on projects. All companies know who I am, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Mike. I'm Mike of All Trades, and on all social media or Mike of All Trades YT. When I like stuff, I make stuff. And when I don't like it, you guys don't hear anything. And honestly, that's just the reality. I don't have it in me anymore to make 5 videos a week and speculate. Whatever else. No, dude, I'd rather be real, dude. I'm not trying to be Constorm because his channel's great when he puts stuff out. I just want to give you guys information, give you guys the black and the white with a little bit of opinion sprinkled in, and that's kind of how I'm approaching things from going forward. So I'm doing that. But if you want to see daily content, you can check out the Figures Moat channel where I do lame stuff with these kind of things and statues and hot toys and all that other stuff. And I'm not buying Transformers anymore because that's a whole other thing, Gabe.
It's
But
addicting.
dude, okay, bro, listen, right? All right, so I got this Spider-Man 2 black suit right there, right? I just picked up in the store, right? I'm literally sitting on another battle damage. My Agent Venom just shipped today. Hot toys are expensive. Listen, y'all, I'm glad they're not making a bunch of home arcade stuff that I want to buy because, like, dude, like I'm spending like $400 or $500 a shot on these gimmicks. Anyway, but seriously though, that's my magnum opus. Like legit, it was just literally like, hey, this is the review. If we can continue to follow this content, dude, listen. As long as the product's good enough, I will cover content like that. And I'm saying that to anybody that's interested, dude. I'm not going to give you 2 shorts on a pinball machine and then like not do anything with it or whatever else, right, dude? If I'm compelled and it's compelling, that's the kind of content I want to give you guys. I want to give you guys thorough walkthroughs. Let me cover everything under the sun that I potentially can so that people are informed because dude, times are tough and listen, money ain't like that, bro. So so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Besides trying to get Paul to eat chicken, which by the way, Paul, when are you eating chicken?
I eat chicken. I just buy
No. When are you getting
stuff it-
Popeyes?
Oh, pop. Well,
Yeah.
You
that's what
had
I'm talking about.
homework.
Yeah,
tell you
You
what,
had
that's what I'm talking about.
homework.
I tell you
That's
what,
what I'm talking about, bro.
I'll do this. I got actual like real vacation coming up from my work that I'll be off in June. So I will make it happen while I'm on vacation. That's a promise.
Straight, you better.
Yep.
Actually, what you said there, Motu, about your Venom stuff. Even though he's been gone for a little over a year now, Tony was actually a pretty good friend of mine. Tony Todd.
Oh yeah.
I talked to him about a week before he passed away.
Oh really? Oh, that's
Wow.
So I met him. I was actually working crew on a movie called Sushi Girl about a decade ago,
Dang.
and I got to meet, and we just kind of bonded over. I love the Lakers.
It's funny the connections you make in these hobbies.
Steve Devastator. Steve. Yeah, that's stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, like my collection is insane. My Motu collection's insane too. Master of the
Dude.
Universe.
Is it bad? I literally thought I was like, dude, I'm gonna have to put insurance on this one room. Like,
I've done
it's
it.
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's
Dude,
ridiculous.
I have an Eternia playset in the other room. And anyone
not
who knows
a bad
about
idea.
that monstrosity, it's still in its box, still in its mailer. I haven't opened it because I have no idea what I'm going to do with it.
And we're putting Gabriel's address on the screen as we speak. And
Wow. But you know what, though, dude? I'm glad I can't paint because then I'd be into Warhammer and I'd be screwed.
Oh, no.
I'd be absolutely-
That was an addiction I
Oh,
had
guess
for
what I
years.
just went to the store and bought today, guys?
What'd you get? You playing custodian?
Nothing. I did. I'm on
Oh
a
my
budget.
gosh.
I was
Same,
a notorious Eldar player, and yeah, I had way too much.
I
I had to retire. I had to.
I just want more. So I think I want to try. This is like the equivalent of me telling you guys not to download stuff and put it on your home arcade. I want to 3D print the Tyrannid Hero Fan. It's a massive
From Forge World. Yeah.
it's a massive piece.
It's
And
my buddy has it. It's like this.
Yeah, and I've literally for the past I just haven't sent it over, but literally I have the 3D file up. It's been on my phone for weeks now, and I'm just at some point I'm just gonna print that thing.
I might do the same thing just for the Bloodthirster of Corn because I just want to do it again.
I like 3D printing and I just don't want to spend $600 on the one thing.
First,
What am I working on, Paul? Thanks for asking.
Hey, Kevin. We know that you're a big wig over there at Spreetail. What do you got in the pipeline?
I was going to go to
Big
Josh, actually. Josh, our one guy who, is...
Twice. It's crazy.
If the D&D table goes through, am I getting paid?
That's right.
Josh, what do you have going on? You do a lot of stuff outside of home arcade stuff, and avid photographer among other things, but
A little bit of everything.
you've got your own podcast, which is great.
Yeah, actually, here, I've got a link to it. Here you go.
Look
I
at
do
that.
now the podcast. Okay, so I'm kind of a little bit of a wandering children's minister, and so I'm all the time in schools or doing whatever or taking sports photos for the
love this man's
schools or
voice.
doing whatever. But I made a little podcast for like car lines, like if you've got 10 minutes or something with your kids, it's like family friendly, appropriate, whatever. But there's a link to it over there, and that's kind of what I work on, just like a little podcast. It's dinky, but it is what it is. I guess you got to start somewhere. But if y'all want to give that a like, subscribe, I really don't know what you do with it. Yeah, I'd
It's
appreciate
great,
it.
Josh. Yeah, it's great. Okay, Kevin, what do you have going on?
Nothing. I just play Warhammer and talk to you guys. No, let's see. I got the Double Dragon order placed, and there's another title that you guys don't know about that got placed at the same time, and you're gonna love it. So that's gonna be.
Can you tell us in?
I ain't telling you shit. No, I ain't telling you shit. I'm just gonna tell you you're gonna like it. So make sure you're saving up your money because you're gonna want it. That's a promise.
Maybe.
I talked to some guys and requested some costing on 2 other things that I think you're really gonna like. So that'll be exciting. And then I've got costing coming in on something else that I know you guys are gonna like. So there's a few. All those are gonna be exciting times. So
How many do you feel are destined for possibly showing up this year?
well, I don't want to say exactly because then I'd be spilling
Yeah.
secrets.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
But
well,
I would say a range somewhere between, let's say, 2 and 6. Somewhere in there are the number of things I expect to come down the pipeline this year. And I do think there's always going to be that mix, right? Like I love everybody here for the most part. You're not the entire market, right? So there's going to be a lot that you guys like, and there's going to be probably some stuff that some other people like, but there's definitely a handful of them that I know the people on this chat are, hopefully saving up your pennies for. It's
Are
gonna
you
be a fun year?
Are you excluding the ones that John has already strongly hinted he's working
I don't
to do?
talk to John. I have no idea what he says in public.
Guys, how many has it been now? Is he 4 more 80s titles he's hinted, something like that?
fun fact: I only get my John news through this show, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah,
said something like.
I'm not going to confirm or deny any more of that, because the more I confirm and the less vague I get, I show up on a bad PowerPoint, and I don't want to show up on a bad PowerPoint with anybody. All right, so what else? I'll just leave it there. We've talked before. I think it was a year ago I started coming on saying, hey, we got an arcade renaissance coming. We're going to have a good year coming. I think so far you're starting to kind of see that, right? Like, hey, this wasn't here long ago, right? This is kind of the start of that renaissance that we're seeing, and I'm really excited about the conversations that I'm having. And like I said, there's going to be some releases that you guys will probably be like, that's cool. That might not be me. I guarantee you there are some releases that are in the pipeline that y'all are going to get real amped over. So I'm just going to leave it there. There's good stuff. So keep saving up those pennies. Don't be afraid to bend over and pick up a quarter in the parking lot. It's not going to kill you. Start a swear jar. It's a
I
great
think
way
they
to
start
save
using
money.
that shop thing where they pay in installments.
I was actually we started fulfilling on the Arcade One Up website, and they messaged me. They said we're starting to get orders with Klarna.
Klarna,
They're like,
yep.
yeah,
I was
do
about to
we
say
want to do
Klarna,
Klarna? I'm like, yeah, it's the sale goes to us, and then the credit
gotta
part
deal with that.
that's
Yeah,
their
they gotta deal
problem.
with that.
That's not my issue. They deal with that.
Well, that's
so,
a good way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, so keep your eyes on the sites, and more to come.
But the Double Dragon's not for a pre-order just yet for everyone.
Not up for a pre-order just yet. Nope.
I would say stay tuned. I mean, next week we've got something different happening, so that should be on people's radar. And then I'd say shortly after that, maybe we'll come back to that conversation. What do you think, Kevin?
I've just gotta have a couple more calls and align on when do we talk publicly. But things are moving forward, and they're not far away. So
Cool.
Love it. So yeah, we'll stay tuned, and I think with that, we'll say thank you everyone for joining us. I appreciate this conversation tonight. Get some.
Wait.
Well, what?
Oh, wait. How you can't ask everybody what they have going on, and
Yeah.
Paul, you not share what you have going on. Paul,
Yeah.
what do you
Nothing
have going on?
I got this all day, 24/7, responding to IMs and stupid chats at 2 a.m. and
no, it's true. I don't I just want to text you guys all day. Go to work, fellas, because my phone starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it literally is just constant vibrate until 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, come on, guys! What are we doing here?
Keep that out of your pants, man. You might get addicted to that.
Ooh. Trying to promote the show. Don't say the funny joke, Kevin. Don't say it.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's all about trying to make sure we have information that we can, pass along every show. That's the goal.
Confucius say, man with hand in pocket.
That's how you
about-
end a show.
They're talking about the merch. I think they're talking about the merch in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, okay. Look at that. Yeah.
Dude, like Dark
Oh,
Tech
Dark
Kelly,
Tech, I didn't
it
know it-
is
Oh yeah, I
it
didn't know you
is
ordered a
so
hat.
bad. I have one upstairs. It is the worst hat. Do not buy our hat unless you just want to
It's-
enjoy the meme with us.
You
It is the
can't-
worst made hat you have ever seen. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that.
The
The hat
hat is
itself is
fine.
dope. That
Yeah.
it's a nice hat.
Embroidery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it can't- it's
embroidery,
bad. Yeah.
dude. It's either
like-
done by a
don't know if you-
Roomba or it's like a public school home ec project.
It looks
Like,
better on
it's
camera than it actually is, but look at some of the like.
Kevin
look
and Pavel. Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's why.
Look
That's
at
why.
that
That's what
micro-
I'm saying. That's what I'm
That's a-
saying. You should
well-
just remove the Kevin and Pavel thing.
it. Well,
Yeah.
but look at the rest of it. Is that a microphone or is that like a fishing net
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
a fishing net or
Like, I
it's
don't
like
know what's going on there.
it's like
I
a
thought it was-
dungeon cell
look at
gate.
It looks like
this-
a potato.
Look at this.
Like, legit, it looks like a
Black
90s
and
cartoon.
I don't know.
Look at this.
Poorly
Stitching
worked
isn't even straight. It's not even like inside the. Oh, it's so bad when you actually see it up close. I'm sorry, Dark Tech. I'm working with the vendor now. They got new logos they're trying to work on. I don't know. Yeah, it's a PSA for everybody. Don't get the embroidered stuff quite yet. The other stuff I think is decent, but
Unless you want a hat with
sorry
a
about that.
poorly designed condom on the top of it, but by all means, go for it. But
it's one of those. It's like, well, from 10 feet away, it looks good.
yeah, if I get blackout drunk and cross my eyes, it's dope.
Yeah,
If you
but-
squint, it's real nice.
Just depends what it looks like at the back and what it's made out of before I would wear it. Because now it's like in the words of my aunt. Oh, look what I had! It's so gaudy.
yeah. The stuff, the quality is decent. It's just the embroidery's crap.
Yeah, that's the
It's
thing.
just-
That it's a good hat. Like, I mean, the hat itself. But why would you? Don't buy it. Please don't buy it.
Unless you need
until
something
we-
for
Maybe
like
just unlist. Maybe you just
No,
gotta-
no. I want to troll the internet.
it's.
I was gonna say you could just make the link private, and if somebody wants to buy the hat, you give them the link to the hat directly. You just make it not public. That's what I was. Gonna say.
Can we
Yeah.
put somebody else's show on there? And then just sell
like
through
it.
our site
I
and
like
just
it.
make people think that another show makes terrible merch.
Or can we do
and
stuff
then
for-
wear it on our show like, oh my goodness.
I want to do stuff for other shows, but we still make the profit. So we get the $2 for promoting.
It
Yeah, I
just,
know.
it just can't be anything that's like really good. Because like if you look at this one, dude, it's the same thing. Like you can't really read it, dude. So it's like it's just something with embroidery and being too detailed. Like it
Yeah,
just isn't
that
really-
doesn't look too bad. I mean, that,
But
no,
no,
because it's mainly a big image and stuff.
but how did they get the net look? Because if you look at the microphone in
don't
the
know.
image, it's like a cloth covered microphone. So someone literally looked at it and said, I know what I'm going to do here. And then they did that, and they're like, nailed it.
yeah,
They asked,
You know what I mean? And they walked away and they said,
but they
Mom, I
asked-
did real good at work today.
but they really asked. They're like, "Yo, are you sure that this is the image that you want to use?" And you click yes, and then they even show you the mock-up. Like, this is what it's going to look like.
right. And it
Yeah.
doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah.
customer service team is like, I sent them the
Right.
the file, the picture of it, and they're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, see-
we're gonna
see,
see what we can do about that.
Yeah, see, Tech Kelly's saying the same thing that I had to learn years ago. You have to simplify the logo.
right,
Yeah.
which I did.
You have
They-
to
they-
dumb it down. Like, my
they
back
have-
alley hat looks phenomenal. Like it looks great.
Yeah,
so,
no, they have a much simpler logo on hand now. It's just getting them to actually do anything with it.
I wonder if we'd have better luck if we went to like a place that specialized in making like patches or something. Like where that's
probably.
maybe.
like do iron on patches.
I mean,
That
maybe
that might be
this was supposed to be the nice, like integrated YouTube, like other people. You use fourth wall.
Yeah, I
other-
use it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm like I had to simplify with them.
Yeah.
I had to really like simplify the logo, and it looks good. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like it might be a little too busy for
Yeah.
the program that they're trying to use. Like
Well,
if you
that-
look at the stuff on my shirt in my store, dude, my stuff is like the designs are really detailed because I have my own graphic artists. They make that stuff for me, but it's just like, yeah, they had the embroidery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I want to go somebody else.
they're supposedly looking at the new logo now to see if it's going to be better because it's radically simplified. But anyway, that's all inside baseball sausage making stuff. So
Nobody wants
don't
to
give me that look, Kev. You know what?
Nobody cares. how
I'm
the stuff is made.
I'm
You just
trying
wanna
to
eat
make
stuff.
this a show we can promote, and I'm having to not say things.
We lost that 18 minutes into the program.
19 minutes technically, but
19
yeah.
No, you're not kidding.
I took that one from you.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
At
bad?
least, yeah, Gabriel was you and it wasn't me, so I'm happy about that. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Fair.
actually, I'm actually proud of myself because I've not dropped a single F bomb.
I wasn't gonna say it, dude. I was thinking, I was like, dude, he ain't cussed once.
I don't think I did.
I was like, oh, he didn't cuss
I
once.
tried not to. I don't think I did this week.
I'm
Dude,
gonna try.
I'm a
I'm gonna see.
sailor.
If,
I swear like one, and I've been really good today.
I'm gonna see if this one passes. You know, whatever the silly criteria is. We'll see. See if it doesn't come back as shocking content this time,
Shocking content.
which is, yeah, wild.
If it does because of Josh's mutton chops, and that will be why it comes back as
They're
content.
just
Fair.
shocking content.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's why I've kept them in
R-rated
this
mom
this small screen the entire time, so no one can actually see in detail what's happening there.
We should probably stop yapping, huh?
Probably.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's
Let's
our
all just
sign.
sign out. Gabe comes back and he's just here by himself. Just sing everybody a song. Just leave the stream on. Oh, there he is.
Content. That's shocking content, right?
That is shocking content.
Wow.
What you got there, buddy?
Oh, holy crap! Can we get that in bigger view or something?
Can I see? What's it? Let me see a headstock. What do you got? What do you got?
Look at that.
Oh, one of the dime bags, the
Thank you.
Deans.
This is a $4,000 guitar.
That's the real one, not the one
Wow.
that you see hanging up at Guitar Center
No,
for
this is
$400.
This I bought this one just before COVID hit us,
Yeah.
and I got it for $800.
Wow.
And then this lawsuit happened between the Dimebags estate and Dean Guitars, shooting the price of these things through the goddamn roof.
Oh.
Like now,
Man.
like you cannot get one of these for under $2,000.
Wow.
So
Good for
But-
you.
Man, we just need to have a show about all of our other random hobbies.
I got
Because
too many.
we could do hours on that content, but
I feel like we can't
I-
have Josh on that show. I just feel like there's a can of worms there. Josh, you're not invited to that one. We'll have the historian be the DD for that show.
alrighty. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us tonight. We're going to end it.
Thank you all for your time. Everyone have a great week. Like, subscribe, share.